It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Paul, we're in tournament time. Girls golf regionals coming up, and we have a lot to look forward to. Week number 6 of football. The soccer pairing show comes up Sunday. The football pairing show comes up October 13. We are in the midst of regular season and postseason play. It's a fun time of year for everyone involved.
Buckle up, because here it comes, but boy, it's a great time of year, and so it's unbelievable as we've walked into this part of the year, and we're sitting here and we've already played 5 football games and 6 is on the docket for this weekend. I mean, the season just goes so fast, which means all of our other tournament series are right around the corner. We had several girls golfers. We had a couple of shot of 65 this past weekend.
Wow.
And several sub-70 scores across the state in girls golf, shaping up to be one heck of a tournament. But 65, Coach, I would say that I don't break 65 on 9 holes, so that's 18 sometimes. Talking about my golf game here a little bit. But yeah, we're here. We're ready to go, and we're going to continue to play and celebrate some kids along the way.
We've talked about this before, but the cool thing is with the IHSA Champions Network is that all of our sports have pairing shows, and I would stack what we do production-wise, information-wise, up against anything that's done on a national level.
Yeah, I think that's right, Coach. And, and it's free. It's a free show to tune in and watch. A lot of them are on Sundays, and we have the pairing shows that students get together, and they look forward to that draw. But it is an incredible value. We don't, and I don't think people realize a lot that on our Champions Network at IHSATV.org, every sectional round that's broadcast, now we certainly can't broadcast all of them, but they're free to watch. And every regional round that's broadcast is also free to watch. And there's not a fee involved with watching our tournament games until we get to the semi-state or the state final games. And so we really try to provide a service to our families that want to watch contests.
Well, I think we do, and I think we do it quite well. And mentioning that, again, the pairing show for football coming up on the 13th, week number 6. Weather has been interesting this fall, Commissioner. We've had a couple of weekends that have been challenging to get games in.
It has been, and anytime that'll thunder and lightning comes out, we got to be on the safe side and make sure that we we keep everybody safe. And it looks like we got a little hurricane that's going to be heading up to the Midwest here this weekend, and it may be a little damp in some parts of the state this Friday night, but I don't think the severe weather's coming with that. So we get a little wet, and we're all dry out eventually, and we'll be all right.
You finished your meetings with the principals this past week. I'm curious what your thoughts were in a general sense of how all of that went. It's always good to hear from the constituents and from the people whom you serve. It's always good to have face-to-face opportunities with them.
It's always good to hear what's going on in their world, and they're more than willing to share that information with you, which is good. But one thing I take away from that is with all the changes going on nationally with the NIL and transfer portal and just it seems like it's an ever-changing world right now. Our members here in Indiana are still steadfast in their support of an education-first athletic system, and they do not believe that we should have a system here of wide-open transfers, much like the NCAA does, nor do they believe student-athletes. NIL is, in the collegiate model, is not something that they believe fits in the high school model, and I would agree with them. And so that's information that's good for us because we need to know that. And we're always going to have some folks that thinks it needs to look a little different, and I understand that and respect those opinions too. But as a membership organization, I've got to listen to what our members are saying first.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Good afternoon and welcome. Let's see, is that a little loud? Turn me down a little bit. Welcome to Robert L. Harrison Stadium in Greencastle, Indiana, where Rader Media Sports is about ready to broadcast the Linton Miners on the road against the Tiger Cubs of Greencastle High School. I'm Kevin Rader. Joining me is Heather Rader, and today it's a special, and we're tickled to have him. Darren Clayton is joining us. Big D has got some other things. If we would have been on time last night, Darren, he would have been here, but he couldn't be here today.
Yeah, prior engagement for him, and I'm happy to sit in, but I can't replace him. There's no way. His knowledge of the statistics and all that are far beyond mine, but I will do my best. Looking forward to a day here with you.
Well, it's not like you haven't done this before, Darren, so don't try to give excuses because we know you've done this for a long time. Heather, let's go back to you. This is the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show.
So whether you're looking for home, auto, or life insurance needs, call Ross and his staff at Jordan and Vaught for him to treat you like family, making sure you are covered. Call 812-384-3535 today. And we're going to take a really quick 30-second timeout to listen to Jordan and Vaught Insurance. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
At Jordan and Vaught Insurance Agency, you don't pay extra for the over 80 years of combined experience that will be available to you when dealing with questions about your auto, home, farm, life, or Medicare supplements. They're always there to help from 8:30 to 5 p.m. on weekdays at 123 South Franklin Street, the very same Bloomfield location since 1972. You may not realize the value of experience until you need it the most. Call Jordan and Vaught Insurance, your friends with experience, at 812-384-3535. Welcome back. Now we're going to have a little more of a condensed pregame show than we might normally. Normally we do an hour. We're going to do a half an hour. But first I want to bring everybody up to date, and nobody better to do that than Darren. Darren, what transpired last night? We were in this press box. There were wind gusts up to 45 miles an hour or more. And they obviously finally decided, you know what, better to come back on Saturday. Run us through all that.
Well, part of it was the lights wouldn't come on here. I guess they had them on at one time. They stayed on for about 5 minutes. They went back off, and they were unable to get them back on, so we weren't going to be able to play in the dark. And then this morning they had a soccer game here. They had to make the transition from soccer to football, so a few changes, had to get the goals out of the way and make a few changes here. So that's why the 3:30 start was a little bit of a compromise, I think. I think they wanted to start a little bit later. We wanted to start a little bit earlier, so they kind of met in the middle at 3:30, and just one of those things you're kind of used to having that happen in the spring, but not so much in the fall.
And there is a hiccup. I heard some people say, well, why didn't we wait and play it on Monday? But if you play it on Monday, it affects the following weekend's game, does it not?
Yeah, I think the week runs Friday through Monday, so you could play Monday, Friday.
Okay.
So that was an option, but, it just kind of messes with the whole week if you move into Monday. Even though it's possible to do, it just really
makes
messes,
a short week
really
going into the following week. Yeah. This is the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show. And Heather, I know you've got some advertisements to run through before, or maybe we jump into the starting lineups.
Absolutely. We are broadcasting from the Walton Funeral Service press box. And Walton Funeral Service is dedicated to professional and compassionate service that leaves kind memories since 1915. And funeral pre-planning for peace of mind. So from one generation to the next and one family to another, Todd and Cindy Walton are proud of their funeral home's heritage. Their families have been there for our community for over a century and look forward to many more years to come. They are your lamp of hope when you need them most. Tonight's quarter sponsor is Key Associates of Linton, serving Greene and surrounding counties for over 30 years. They've helped generations of clients buy and sell homes. So whether you're looking to sell your buy your dream home or next investment, or sell your next home to enter into the next chapter of your life, contact Allie Walton, Mary Beth Geralds, and Audrey Sparks to be there with you every step of the way. Tonight's scoreboard sponsor is Linton Cycle Sales. Linton Cycle Sales in Southern Indiana has been the most preferred power sports dealer since 1973 and have been proudly serving the community for over 50 years. Dane and his staff offer sales, service, and parts, so come and see them for the best deals in the area. Today's touchdown sponsor is Michelle Stenger of Stenger Homes. She explains to you the hidden costs such as land transfer fees, mortgage costs, legal costs, home and title insurance, home inspections, and more. Call her at 812-219-2307. And we're going to go ahead and transition into today's starting lineups, sponsored by Klusner Construction of Linton. Whether it's a remodel or a new construction home, you know it's going to be done right the first time, every time you choose Tony and his crew of Klusner Construction. Call Tony Klusner or Bart Wade of Linton today. Kevin?
Yeah, let's start a little bit with a look at what we have coming in here with Greencastle. They come in with a 2-3 record. Linton coming in at 3-2. Now, both of these are 2A schools, but Darren, one of the interesting things before I get into the actual individuals is this facility. It's the second time this year we'll be playing on turf. What difference does that make, if any?
Yeah, I mean, when you're not used to playing on it, I mean, I'm sure it makes a little bit of a difference. Last week we had some players slipping a little bit early in the game. I think it got better as the game went on, but it's definitely a little bit of an adjustment. But it's nice that we're actually playing on it 2 weeks in a row. And my guess is, with it being wet, while it's not muddy, I'd say it does make it just a little more slippery.
Let's look at the starting quarterback. Starting quarterback for Greencastle will be number 5, Cole Stevens. He's a sophomore, 6'3", 180. At the running back spot is number 8, Braden Monroe. Now, he is a senior. Darren, he's a load, 6'3", 240 pounds.
6'3", 240, averages about 6 yards a carry, so the Miners are going to have to keep him in check. They're going to want to throw the ball, but they'll mix in the run, and when you're picking up 6 yards a carry, it's going to definitely be something you have to be ready for.
They do like to bring in a speed back, number 21, Caden Blodgett. He's a junior, 5'8", 155, kind of out of the Jesse Voigtchild mold.
Exactly what I thought whenever I was looking over their roster and putting down names and sizes, and that's exactly what I thought. So, that speedy guy to match the power guy. So, we'll have to be aware of the run, even though pass is probably their main thing.
Yeah, and it is. Darren is 100% right about that. Let's look at some of the wide receivers now, or the receivers. They like to run wide. So they're going to have a host of folks out there, but some people to watch. Number 33, tight end Parker Welker. Wide receiver number 1, Trevin Long. Wide receiver number 2, number 2, Anthony Adams. And number 4, wide receiver Ian Williamson. And then there's number 12, Bryson Nunn. And, of course, then the backs can catch out of the backfield. They put this ball, they spread it everywhere, Darren.
Yeah, they really do. They have 3 guys who have over 18 catches apiece, led by Ian Williamson, a 6'4", 210-pound senior. He's over 400 yards on the season, but they do spread the ball out. So it'll be a real challenge for the Miner defense today.
Now in the offensive line at left tackle, Caden Tomasino. He's a senior, 6'2", 225. Left guard, Zion Slater, junior, 6'3", 240. At center, number 54, Ashton Dayhuff, a junior, 5'11", 235. At right guard, number 67, Grayson Lineweber. He's a sophomore, 6'2", 235. And at right tackle, Big Jake Zimmerman, number 68, senior, 6'4", 260.
Yeah, good
you have
size
that
kid.
and that big running back running on the same side. That's a load.
It really is. And then their line is experienced. They've got 4 starters back from last year, so a lot of experience on that line.
And that's crucial.
Yeah, games can be won or lost in the trenches, and the Miner defense, definitely got a tough task today.
Let's look at the Greencastle as far as while they stack up defensively. At the linebackers, inside in the middle, number 33, Parker Welker. At the strong side linebacker, number 4, Ian Williamson. On the weak side is number 3, Alex Grove. As far as the line's concerned, at defensive end, number 9, Cam Pingleton. At defensive tackle, number 54, Ashton Dayhuff. At nose tackle, number 68, Jake Zimmerman. He's the big guy, 6'4", 260. At defensive end, number 8, Braden Monroe. At cornerback, at the 2 corners, is number 12, Bryson Nunn, and number 7, C.J. Proctor. And at the safeties, Caden Blodgett, number 21, and Chris Olson, number 11. Now, we can't tell you that we'd see here from Big D's notes, Monrovia was very successful with them at 450 yards, but not everyone's done that well against them.
No, they really haven't. They give up about 373 yards a game, 239 rush. They did give up the 450 to Monrovia. West Vigo was able to get 323. So, teams have been able to run the ball against them pretty well, which kind of, that's kind of what we lean on. But I'll tell you what, our passing game's been pretty good and spot on when we get into the minor offense here in a minute.
Let's look. That's where we're headed now. Let's look at quarterback. It's our understanding the starter will be number 7, Braylon McBride. At the fullback spot is number 6, Russell Goodman. At the wingback, these are the normal wingbacks, Cooper Smith and Jesse Voigtchild. At wide receiver, Paul Oliver and Hayden Feltner. Now at the line position at left tackle, big Corey Andrews, 6'3", 250. And number 55, Jacob Bradaway at 5'10", 165 at right tackle. At center, number 59, Dresden Kenworthy, the junior, 5'11", 185. And at the guards, big Hank Jennings, number 69, 6'2", 250. And number 72, Aiden Sparks at 6 foot and 210. And I see we had somebody tell us we were getting the weight wrong, Coach Darren.
We originally had Corey listed at 215, and he's definitely bigger than 215. So I think it was supposed to be 250, and somebody heard it as 15. So. Definitely got the size right now.
Let's look at the defensive lineup for the Miners. In the line, they run that 3-4. Defensive end, number 72, Sparks. At nose tackle, number 69, Jennings. At defensive end, number 75, that's Lyons. At the outside linebackers, number 13, Oliver. Number 2, Smith. At the linebackers, Goodman, number 6. Andrews, number 52. At the DB, cut the corners, is number 15, Feltner. Number 7, McBride. And at safeties, Jesse Voigtchild, and number 20, Colin Webster. So those are our starters for tonight. Not the in-depth that we normally get from Big D, but we got through them all. And anything you want to add, Darren, before we get a break?
Yeah, I mean, I can go over some offensive or defensive stats or a little bit of both. I'm not sure what you want to do. You want to wait till break?
Let's do that, but let's take the break first. This is Rader Media Sports, the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show, and we're in the home of the Miners.
Hello there, I'm Corey Motter with Century 21 Sheets. Are you a first-time home buyer and you just don't know where to start? Perhaps you're looking to downsize and you need to list a property and get top dollar. In any of those situations, you need a professional agent on your side. I have successfully opened doors for clients for over the last 4 years, and it is a complete pleasure of mine to be able to help them end one chapter and begin a new one. Navigating the real estate market can be complex, but with the right guidance, it doesn't have to be. Let me help you understand the housing market, and let's negotiate the best deal. So together, let's open a new door and close it with Corey.
Welcome back to the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show. And joining us back again is Darren Clayton. Darren?
Yeah, taking a look at the minor offense, averaging about 300 yards a game, 174 rushing, 132 passing. And normally we're known as a running team, but we've had 4 straight games where we've had over 100 yards passing. So the passing part has really come along this year. Braylon McBride, 38 of 54, 70% on the season, 553 yards, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And then you mix in Russell Goodman, who can also throw it, but more of a runner, from that quarterback position. But he's also 8 out of 13, 61%.
And can we also say that maybe that passing has opened it up a little bit for Jesse when we've seen these big numbers from him?
I don't think there's any doubt. Jesse's on 3 straight games of 100-plus, 77 carries on the season, 475 yards, 3 touchdowns. And I think we're doing a good job of mixing in the pass and the run, and it's really working out well.
And I think your point about Goodman can also throw it, because I think when you think it's going to run, Goodman can deliver, and it's just the opposite when you put in McBride, because you think he's going to pass and all of a sudden he takes off.
Braylon's done a great job running the ball whenever he's felt the pressure coming from the defense. Picked up several first downs along the way. Just feeling that heat and turning it upfield and getting the yardage. And it's just been a really good mix, and maybe more of a – I know we're still running the ball the majority of the time, but, just a pretty good mix at Coach Jennings' hands there when he's calling the offensive plays.
And that also means that the defense, the other team, has to prepare for some different looks that they're maybe in the past they've not had to do when they played Linton.
Absolutely, and you throw Paul out there now at receiver. He's got 15 catches, 276 yards, and 3 touchdowns, and – it seems like anything you get anywhere near him, he's going to bring in 90% of the time. And teams start focusing on him, then that opens things up for our other receivers. Hayden Feltner's got 18 catches this season. Cooper Smith, 9 for 164 yards, couple of touchdowns. So, and even Jesse coming out of the backfield able to catch passes and get some good yardage.
I have seen Paul Oliver make some big plays in spite of his injury. I think of the jump ball that was deep, and I forget what game that was. And there was another one, I think, where he tipped the ball a couple of times and then caught it. He's still showing his athletic ability, even if he's not 100%.
Yeah, it was good to see him back out there on defense last week, so I do think he's feeling a little bit better. But, with shoulders and football, you're always taking hits there, especially on that defensive side whenever you're making the tackles. And hopefully that continues to be the case where he stays healthy the rest of the way and just continues to get better as the season progresses.
This is the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show. I'll turn it back to you, Heather.
Well, I think we want to thank everyone for joining us today. Obviously, Darren, I think you might be able to speak a little bit more to this as well as to why the volleyball game was not broadcast today. We did get internet back up at 2:09 thanks to Kane Cooksey, and so we were able to get that put up to where people could view the second set and the third set of varsity. Just kind of a little challenging when technology sometimes isn't on our side.
Absolutely. They were in the process of changing over some air conditioning and heating units in the high school, and in order to do that, they had to turn the electricity off in both the middle school and the high school. Whenever I first got the email, I thought we were going to have to cancel the volleyball game. It couldn't be hard to play that in the dark, and
right.
I was assured that the power outage was only going to be in the high school and part of the middle school, and the gym would be fine. But with the power outage, where the Wi-Fi hookup is, it took the Wi-Fi out, so that made it where we weren't able to do that volleyball game. Apologize to those fans that like to follow the volleyball. I mean, I was hoping to watch it this morning myself, but it's just one of those things that wasn't, couldn't be avoided, and we'll get right back up and running next time they play and keep moving forward.
Do we have scores on that?
I'm under the I know JV, according to Dan and Teresa Carpenter, that were keeping us updated via text. JV lost in 3 sets. The varsity had lost in the first 2 sets. Third set was in play as we were coming on air here. I'm going to switch real quick here and see if they're still in play. I've not heard any more updates on that, but we're thankful we got the second and the third set up to be able to be viewed there in the gym, and it looks as though now it's a good reminder to turn the camera off, so because we're having some open gyms. So,
well, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Looking at some Big Ten scores, we want to remind you that Indiana is playing Maryland and winning convincingly, 42-28. What's going on there?
That was an interesting game. Listened to it on the radio on the way in, and Maryland had tied it up. IU took the lead back, and then Maryland tied it up, and then IU finally started pulling away a little bit. And looks like they're going to get another win.
Yeah, Nebraska is beating Purdue at this time as well with a minute and a half left, 28-10. And did I see this? Very excited to have Darren back for this game. They're already lighting up the web, Darren.
Well, like I said, happy to be here today and filling in, but it's definitely fill in. Dan will be chomping at the bit to get back. I'm sure he hates missing this and wishes he could be here.
I think he told us last night that he's only missed one other game in
25 years.
Yeah.
So I know this was really hard for him to make this call, but with the move and with the prior commitment he already had scheduled tonight, the traffic getting to and from the next commitment was just not. He was gracious enough to say, look, I can come and do pregame, but then I'm going to have to turn around and leave again, and we didn't want to put him on the road.
Yeah, that'd be a lot, sure.
Almost 2 hours, so we're very happy to be able to have you join us today.
And we're happy that Kim was able to let you go today.
Yeah, she's at home recovering from a little surgery, so, wish her, thinking of you even though I'm here. So,
and she's listening, so I was going to let you say hello.
Absolutely.
I was texting her on the way up here today because we kept hitting rain, and she says I'm going to do my rain dance, and you know what?
Hey, it works so far.
To be honest, right now it's perfect weather.
Yeah, it really is. I overdressed a little bit, which I'd rather overdress than underdress, but got out of the car and I thought, wow, it's actually not too bad.
It is. It kind of feels like good football weather. Now they're looking here as Greencastle's getting ready to run out on the football field through the G. I'm one of those, of course, I'm an old-timer, but I'm one of those, I just assumed Greencastle would be green. But you get here, and nope, it's beautiful purple. And, boy, talk about a new facility. They have their new school. They've remodeled. It's just beautiful, Darren.
Yeah, I think this is only my second or third time here. I've been to at least one basketball game. I know I was here. Duggar played when they went to the state run that year. I'm pretty sure they played their semi-state game here or regional game here, but I was here to watch that. Their gym is super nice. It's one of those round gyms with the scoreboard
beautiful.
coming down from the ceiling. Very nice. And, the turf football field, as we mentioned earlier, super nice. And, just, looking across, see practice fields and just a good facility.
Yeah, we got a tour of the inside from the athletic director here of their new expansion, and it's just a gorgeous school here.
We should also mention that Bill Reilly has joined us once again. 42 years as photographer for WTHR in Indianapolis, so we're very excited to be able to have him join us once again tonight this afternoon. Now, we should mention that this game will be able to be viewed in automation once the game is completed. You'll be able to watch this game until 9 o'clock tomorrow evening. We know that we've had some people mention that they are attending some weddings this afternoon or some other commitments, so you can go back and watch this on the replay before it goes into the archives.
Darth Vader music to welcome Linton Miners on the field. If you're a Star Wars fan, and I am, that immediately, now it fades out. It was cute. It was cute. They even had little fireworks here. I don't know if you guys got to hear that or whatever, but we're getting ready now, obviously, for the national anthem. So I'm going to turn this on just to make sure we can pick that up. Well, maybe. The Miners are on the field getting ready. There it comes. Getting ready to run across the field with their flags. As Darren pointed out, it is a perfect day for football. And you know what? I always usually look that up. So let me look up the weather because I always like to have weather with Heather. 69 degrees. It's predicting rain, but we certainly don't have any right now. I want to check the winds. And because last night, Darren, it was a good 40 mile an hour. There go the Linton Miners running out on the turf here.
I like watching the team come out. Coach Oliver leads them when they come out, and he only leads for about the first 7 or 8 yards, and then he gets overtaken by everybody.
What are you implying, Darren? I'm not saying anything about wind, but I know last night, Heather, when you and I were here, it was 45 mile an hour gusts.
It was 45 at a couple different times we checked, and then it did hit 49. This press box is very nice and spacious, but we felt the wind last night. And so I know that this was a hard decision last night, but
it was clearly the right decision when we come back today.
Right.
Although I will say one thing, I noticed that the lights weren't on, but I just assumed they hadn't turned them on, Darren. But I did notice the lights were swaying. And I thought to myself, oh, that's not a good sign.
I think it's also good to mention, too, we did have a chance to speak with Doug as soon as we walked in today. They're talking that they may not have lights the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Said they're going to have to maybe spend some money in order to get something fixed.
To do a permanent fix versus a temporary.
Well, North Davies had one of their light poles fall last year, if you remember.
I remember that.
And they had to cancel some or move
they
some
started playing
games
Saturday
around.
games, didn't they?
Yes.
And some of that I know is because of referees as well, I think, availability. But we won't get into all of that this time. The referees are huddled just right about the 50-yard line here. And music is blaring, and I don't know how many people we have in the stands here. That's all there is there.
At this time, we ask all that are able to please rise and pay honor to America with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes in the bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ramparts we watched were
Nice version of the national anthem here, played here in Greencastle, Indiana, where the purple-clad Greencastle Tiger Cubs hosting the Linton Miners. Linton Miners dressed in their white jerseys and red pants. This concludes the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show. So stay tuned now for football to come. Trying to decide if I want to keep that Nat sound mic out there or not. I don't know, Darren. We'll give it a little go for a while and see how loud or overbearing that is. I always like hearing the crowd, Darren. I don't like it when it's just everything shut up tight.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a good thing on the radio. Gives more, well, actually not radio today, with the video to go along with it. I think hearing the crowd's definitely a plus.
And there is a crowd. Let's going out here now. Let's check and see here. We got 56, 4, 68, and 21. So let me give you these captains that are going out. Number 68, Jake Zimmerman. Number 21, Caden Blodgett. Number 4, Ian Williamson. And number 56, Caden Tomasino are going out for Greencastle. And for Linton, let's see, it's Jesse Voigtchild. Darren, can you see some of those numbers?
Yeah,
Hank
Jennings.
The two in the middle I can't make out.
I can't see them right now.
Yeah, it's hard because the big...
Looks like number 15, Hayden Feltner.
Hayden Feltner's number was one of them, and then we're missing one, and we'll try to get that for you when they get the flip here. Yeah, there's Feltner. I just saw for sure him. Heather's got that one. The one on the left, number 2.
Cooper Smith.
Cooper Smith. So we're getting set here. We're going to see in a moment here who got... Okay, Greencastle won the flip, elected, however, to kick, so the Linton Miners will get the ball and receive the kickoff. So I know that's a big trend, but I always kind of like having the football right away.
And I got mixed feelings on that. I mean, I can see wanting to have it to start the second half and hope for that double. Maybe get the ball back in that last possession of the first half, put the points on the board, and then get the ball right back and get a little momentum that way. But, if I'm Greencastle, I'm not so sure I don't want to put that high-power passing game on the field right off the bat. But they're going to give it to the Miners and give us first chance.
Again, we've gone over those starting lineups, but we want to pay particular attention, Darren, because I don't think Reilly, even though we were led to believe it was going to be number 7, Reilly McBride, it could very well be Russell Goodman.
Yeah,
so we're going to have to see.
Absolutely, and either way, the offense is in good hands. The last couple of games passing-wise combined were 25-31 over the last 2 weeks, so, in good hands either way.
His first quarter brought to you by Key Associates of Linton and Darren Clayton, Heather Rader, and yours truly, Kevin Rader, broadcasting from the Welch and Cornett Walton Funeral Home press box. So welcome to high school football. We're tickled to have Darren Clayton in the booth with us today as we're getting ready to tee this one up. Let's see, number 4, Ian Williamson, 6'4", 210-pound wide receiver, getting ready to boot this off.
And he's also a very good kicker. So on the season, 12 for 12 on extra points. And as you know, the Miners have only attempted 1 kick this year, so extra points could be huge in this game.
Jesse Voigtchild is the deep back. It's Feltner on the right. And trying to see who's on the left over there. 26, it looks like. Let's see, is that right? Tyson Walker. So we're marking off, we're getting ready for this opening kickoff. Welcome. High school football on a Saturday. We'll take it anytime we can get it. We approach the ball. There's the boot. It's going to go deep to Jesse. He's about 2 yards deep, and he is going to down it there.
He doesn't have a choice. If it goes into the end zone, it's an automatic touchback.
Looked like he wanted to come out, Darren.
He definitely wanted to come out.
Of course, it's Jesse, right?
Absolutely.
He's going to want to come out. So let's look here and see now who's, I think, McBride is looking to the bench for the play. So I'm assuming it is going to be number 7, Braylon McBride. Now, Darren, it'll be interesting to see if that changes the offense as far as what they call if they come out passing.
Yeah, I mean, it opens it up for anything here. So Jesse's going to be beside him.
Yep, Jesse at the running back spot.
1 wide receiver left and kind of a stack to the right.
Trips to the right, yeah. Here's the handoff. Jesse wants to run to that side, but he had one man to beat to get around the corner, and he grabbed his jersey and dragged him down. We may have lost a couple on that play.
Yep, nowhere to go on that one. Going to lose 3 back to the 17-yard line, so not a good first play.
I didn't catch the number on the defender that actually grabbed a hold of his jersey, but it was a good move. Remember when they had those tearaway jerseys, Darren? It's been a while now, but they probably got too expensive, actually. McBride coming out, calling the number. Goodman now. No, still Jesse behind him, but we have a flag.
On the field.
Yeah, I'm going to be offsides.
Let's see now. So that'll help the Miners a lot because they were about 13 yards for a first down. Now it's going to be 2nd down and 8. Puts the ball now at about the 22. They're working on the far hash mark. Again, 2 wide receivers to the left. They give it to Goodman, running around the right side. He breaks through, still running, falling forward to about the, maybe as far as the 34, Darren.
Going to be a first down. I think it was C.J. Proctor that might have tripped him up. He kept running forward there and gets it all the way out over the 30 to the 33.
He was leaning forward, which is always good for your running back, especially when you have the power that Goodman has. Again, Feltner wide to the left. Far right, I can't see the number, but I'm assuming that is Paul Oliver out there. 2 wingbacks, man in motion. Going to run it straight ahead. And is it Jesse? Yes, at the 40. The 45 is out across midfield in Tiger Cub territory at about the 49. First down and 10. First time the Miners have been in Greencastle territory.
Putting it right at midfield. Bryson Young with the tackle there. 17-yard pickup for Jesse.
Boy, he's starting right where he left off, Darren. And again, you got to give the offensive line some credit here. But he is really tearing it up. McBride takes the snap, going to run to his left, got an out pattern. He's got his man out there. It is Paul Oliver, and he is hogtied and thrown out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It's not quite a first down, I don't think. We'll see.
I think they're going to give it to him, yep.
Okay.
Right at 10 yards. Nice little out route by Paul there. Gets the first down, first pass of the game.
The Miners come out moving the football. Let's see if they can get some pay dirt in this one. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Man in motion, Goodman. Starts to the right, comes back to the left. McBride's going to keep it, and he's knocked down immediately by number 4, Ian Williamson.
Now they put it right back at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go that time.
No, good defensive play. So it's 2nd down, 10. That's one of those little quirks. You didn't really expect him to run the ball. I kind of expected Goodman to get it once he went in motion. Man in motion here. That is Cooper Smith. Now he's set. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 1 running back, and I believe that is Goodman. Nope, they give the ball to Goodman, and he's going to get nothing, maybe at the most a yard, Darren. That's 3rd down 9, long, 3rd down long.
Parker Welker right there to make the tackle. Just 1 yard, so 3rd and 9 here. Big play early.
Here's that question. Is this 2-down territory? I mean, you are across the...
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt it would be if we don't get it here.
Ball resting at the 39. They need to go to the 30 for the first down. Kind of a tight formation here. Wingback in motion, that's Goodman.
Got him open.
McBride's going to
fluttering a little bit.
Put it up. It's kind of fluttering and incomplete. Intended out there for Feltner. Darren called that perfectly because had that been a spiral, you might have had 6 points, but it kind of was wavering in the air and allowed the defensive back the opportunity to catch up.
Yeah, I thought he was open a little earlier, maybe a little late with the throw, and then wasn't able to get enough on it to get it to him there. Probably lucky it didn't get picked off. But
they're going to pin him back.
Going to punt.
Goodman coming in to punt. I don't think Greencastle is, by setting their defense, I don't know that they're fully convinced that's what's going to happen.
I'd say we're going to look to pin him back here.
Coach sees something.
That's going to have to sit, and it does.
It's rolling inside the 10, rolling to the 5, just inside the 5, the nose of the ball inside the 5. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Greencastle at their own 5. And maybe the defense can make something happen here.
So good job by Russell that time to pin him down here.
Cole Stevens coming in, and it seems like there's been a trend. The Miners have faced pretty good-sized quarterbacks, Darren. This time it's 6'3", 210, and that's about what we've seen in the last few weeks.
Yep, good size on the quarterback, and I think one of the keys is going to be seeing if we can get some pressure on him and force him to make quick decisions and quick throws.
He's 6'3" and 180. I think I said he was bigger than that, but he's still a big fella, and he comes out in the gun. He's standing on the end zone. He has 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They like to spread you out. 1 setback. Waiting for this. Throws it out here in an out pattern. Got a screen to his wide receiver, and he's dragged down at the 15. Jesse Voigtchild makes the play, but not before the pass is complete to number 2, Anthony Adams. It's just a screenplay there.
It was. They had good blocking out there. Jesse able to come over, but not enough to keep him from getting a first down.
Oh, they called that a first down.
Yes, 11-yard pickup.
It's a great pickup.
And
Stevens.
the Miners moved, but did not get into the neutral zone, so they're able to reset.
Working from the gun. You got trips spread out to the left, the wide side of the football field. 1 wide receiver, lone wide receiver to the right. Still 1 running back. Blodgett, the running back, number 21. It's going to go out here, same play, opposite side of the football field, and there's time they're going to be down at about the 21. So they'll pick up about 5 on that play.
Yep, quick passes and hoping they can, get a block out there and make somebody miss a tackle, and it turns into a big play.
Yeah, it's 1-on-1 out there.
Yep.
At that point, there were 3 wide receivers and 3 defenders. There we go. Wide receivers to the left, 2 wide receivers to the right. This time you got a wing back to the left and 1 setback. Stevens
and this
going to roll out. He's going to go to his running back.
Big yardage here for them.
That's Blodgett.
And he's going to get it out.
He's out
for
around the 30.
Down.
Yeah. He's across the 30. You're going to put it down to 31. They come out moving the football. They started at their own 5.
So already 26 yards through the air.
Now, he hasn't really thrown the ball down the field very much. He hasn't had to. He's just thrown these screen passes pretty much, and then he flared that one out to the running back.
Yep, quick throws.
Yep, want to make sure that the Linton rush can't get to him. Linton showing a rush. Linebackers up acting as though they might be wanting to rush. They get in there. Stevens has got it up. He's got a man wide open at the last minute. Jesse Voigtchild knocks it away. Oh, Darren, he was beaten. Had that ball been on the money, that was 6.
Yeah, Jesse stayed with the play, did a good job knocking that away.
On the coverage. 2nd down and 10.
So, 2nd down and 10. Well, the very thing I said they hadn't done yet, they tempted us with that there. With the long ball, and it was very close to being 6. Great play by Jesse.
It was. All passes so far. Is it time for him to hit us with a run?
That is interesting. Blodgett is the lone setback, and that's exactly what we've got. Running off tackle on the left-hand side. He's across the 35. He may get to the 36. Let's see where they spot him. Nope, I think it's going to be the 35.
Look like Paul Oliver there to make the stop. Pick up a 4, so 3rd and 6, a big play here.
No negative plays for him yet, Darren.
Nope.
The defense so far getting challenged here by a spread offense. Number 4, Williamson. Number 2, Anthony Adams. Wide to the right. Wide to the left is number 1, Traven Long. 1 setback. Stevens drops straight back. He wants the long ball again. He's got a man open on a crossing pattern, and he can't bring it in, but he was open. Ian Williamson was open on a crossing pattern about at the 20. He had double coverage there, but he had a step on the coverage.
Yeah, he sure did. He had us beat there and just a little overthrown, but boy, oh boy.
Boy, they like to air it out, and you can see they're capable of doing it, Darren.
So we're going to turn around and punt it back.
So it's 4th down and about 6. So Feltner is back there for the Miners, and also number 7, Braylon McBride. Their punter is now standing at about the 20-yard line. I can't quite make out his number. Number 4, Williamson, gets the ball up, high kick. It's going to hit and roll inside the 20, the 15, the 10, still rolling. It's going to go all the way to the 5. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. The Miners will start on their own 5.
Yeah, for sure. They didn't throw the flag on that. I thought we were offside whenever that ball got snapped, and I'm sure they would have just declined it because it wouldn't have been enough for a first down.
That was an excellent punt out there.
Yeah, they're able to flip the field.
But, the Miners had just done the very same thing. They had a great punt that pinned them down at the 5. So far, it's been defense.
That's a 60-yard punt.
Impressive. Let's see what the Miners can do here. See if they're still going with McBride. I think they are. Yes, they are. Goodman, the lone setback. One wide receiver wide to the left. They're going to give to Goodman.
Now, Braylon kept that.
Oh, did he? All right.
McBride on the keeper.
He's up
Takes it out to about the 9-yard line.
about to the 9, so he picked up about, I'll say 3. We'll give him a second down 7.
Just trying to get it out of give us a little room to operate there.
Yeah, I can't see the Miners wanting to pass back there. Man in motion, that's Goodman. He is hit almost immediately and brought down. They moved the sticks back just a tad, so it's third down. I'll say it's still third down 7. Welker making the stop there.
Yep, nowhere to go for Russell that time. Now the Miners third and long.
See what happens here. Wide receivers left and right, Oliver to the right, Feltner to the left. Everybody looking at their wristbands right now. McBride working from the gun. He's standing at about his own 5, so he's rolling out.
Oh, he's got him open.
He's got a rush. The ball is knocked away and almost intercepted. Oh, my gosh. Is it number 2? Anthony Adams had the ball. I don't know if he tipped it, but it fell to him. He couldn't quite bring it in. Let your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, Jathan Wright, help you when you think about insurance. Stop by the office, submit information online, or give him a call. 812-798-2615. The Miners now, Darren, have to punt deep in their territory.
Yeah, Cooper was wide open on that play, and as Braylon tried to get it to him, the defense just got in there and was able to get a hand on it.
There's the snap. Able to get the punt out of there. It's going to be a short punt. It's going to go out of bounds at around the 40. Let's see where they place the football.
Going to be plus yardage here for Greencastle. About the 42, it looks like.
42-yard line.
Linton Sporting Goods stresses October 1st Christmas deadline for letter jacket purchases. Located on Highway 54 West in Linton, stop by and visit this family and locally owned shop today. First down and 10 for Greencastle. They're working with a short field in minor territory. Take it over at the 42 of Linton. Wide receivers left and right. Wing back to the right. One lone setback. That's Blodgett. But right now, Stevens likes to put it in the air, but he does give it to Blodgett. He has nowhere to run. He loses maybe a yard. Goodman is there, but someone else is there.
Hank Jennings right there to make the stop. Yep. Lost back to the 44.
So they lost a little more than I thought. They lost 2. Well, you can tell. I think they're a little more comfortable throwing the ball. However, they've gone with Blodgett, the speedy running back, and not the bulldozer that we expected to see. They got a big fella who can run the ball. Stevens puts it up in the short.
Yep,
I think he got hit.
Yep, good pressure that time up the middle. Hank Jennings once again forces the incompletion.
I'm a little surprised. I think we thought we'd see more of Braden Monroe, 6'3", 240, at the running back spot, but so far they've gone with Blodgett. So now the ball is still at the 44, and it's third down. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, working to the far hash mark. The 2 wide receivers are on the wide side of the football field. 1 lone setback, and the Miners move.
Yeah, we jumped into the neutral zone. They hadn't even really done anything yet.
The call on the Miners.
So 5 free yards.
Will remain. Third down.
And that makes it now, let's see, 4,
Third
6.
and 7.
Okay, 3rd and 7. Ball resting at the 39. Switching sides now. Long and Adams going wide to the right. Number 4, Ian Williamson, I think is a playmaker for them. He is wide to the left. He's the short side of the football field. Let's see what Stevens wants. He's looking to his right at the double receivers. He's going to give it to Blodgett, going off the right-hand side, and he is not going to get enough for a first down. I'm kind of surprised at that call, Darren, but that brings up now 4th down.
Yeah, several Miners there on the stop. And get him a couple of yards, so 4th and 5.
Well, you know they're going to go for it here. They're close, getting closer and closer to the red zone. They only need 5. Let's see what they can come up with. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
Definitely don't want to jump here.
Adams and Williamson wide to the left. Trevin Long wide to the right, split to the right. Now he moves his big tight end. Welker drops straight back, is going another crossing pattern on the middle, and again overthrown. More of a post pattern, but they're just overthrown, Darren. Boy, not by much.
Yeah, it was decent coverage that time around. I mean, not near as open as what they have been on some of the others, so able to come up with the stop after giving them good field position.
They like those slants, even if that one was a little deeper than what you might normally see for a slant pattern, more like a post. I think they had the option to complete that. It was close. But as Darren pointed out, it was great defense. The Miners take over, and what a great stop for the Miners. Now they get the ball at about their 37-yard line, a lot better than the 5-yard line where they started last time. McBride waiting to call. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's going to fake. He missed his handoff. Busted play. He's running around the right side. He's still trying to just get back to the line of scrimmage. I think he did that, Darren, and they're lucky that he was able to do that.
Great job by Braylon to get back to the line of scrimmage. He tried to hand that off to Russell, and Russell was too far away from him and turned what looked like a loss into a yard gain.
So it is 2nd down 9. We put the ball down at about the 38-yard line. See if the Miners can do any damage here. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Wing back on the left. McBride in trouble, throws it out here, and I think that's Williamson who came in on the blitz on the right-hand side, Darren. Nobody touched him.
Yeah, quick pressure that time and unable to get any chance to look around for a receiver. It's going to bring up another 3rd and long.
This Williamson, you can tell is a player. The kid's got some speed and he's got some size.
Absolutely, wreaking havoc on that play. And now the Miners need to try to get this first down and get a little momentum going here. We moved the ball pretty well the first time we had it with 3 first downs, but second time in a row here now it's 3rd and long.
A busted play and an incomplete pass, and we're at 3rd down and 9. McBride waiting for the snap. It caroms off his chest pad, and he's downed immediately. That could have been bad. So this series has just been nothing short of abysmal. They'll have to punt.
Going to get him back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain, and it's going to be 4th and 9. And now since they didn't punt last time, maybe Russell can get them knocked back a little bit.
Crane Credit Union offers School Spirit debit cards that allow you to show your school spirit each time you use the card, while knowing that a portion of your purchase will be donated back to your school. If you'd like a Spirit card or more information, visit your local branch of cranecu.org today. Goodman back to punt, and back for his number 12 for Greencastle. That's Bryson Nunn. The ball hits and out about the 35, rolls inside the 30, inside the 25, still rolling down to about the 23. Well, so far, it's been all defense with 2 minutes and 31 seconds to play here on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard. We're still at 0-0. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell a home, the opportunity is better than ever. Take advantage of the falling interest rates. Real estate provides the highest returns, the greatest values, and the least risk. The best investment opportunity will not fit into a safe deposit box, but you can live in it. Go with the tradition of trust. When you are ready to buy or sell, call me, Michelle Stanger at Stanger Homes at 812-219-2307 and start packing.
Greencastle with the snap, handed straight ahead to Blodgett. And again, he's across the 20 out to about maybe the 23. So he may have picked up a couple.
Look like Corey Andrews in there on the tackle.
Second down and 9.
Give him a yard out to the 23.
Only a yard. 2 wide receivers going left. Williamson, the lone wide receiver, to the right. Ball right in the middle of the football field. Trayvon Long is the wide receiver to the left. Williamson to the right. Man in motion. They're going to snap it to him. I think that's Adams. It is, and he's spun down. Good play by number 52, Corey Andrews, making the stop.
Yeah, that was a little quick throw out in front of him there. I mean, you almost have to call that a pass.
Corey Andrews showed some speed there, Darren, being able to bust that play immediately.
Yeah, he's the leader of our defense. 77 tackles, 6 for a loss on the season. 3rd and 8 here.
See what the defense can do. Looks like they're a little bit indecisive about lining up, and now they've got it. They're more in tight here. Tight formation. 2 backs on both sides of the quarterback. He's going to go back. He's got options. He's in trouble now and going down. He's sacked at about the 18.
Looks like it finally ended up being Aiden Sparks that got in there and made the actual sack. Pressure from a couple of other people.
Cooper Smith was in there as well. Great job by Sparks and Smith. I thought, Darren, he would just go to one of those wingbacks just fanning out in the flat.
Yep.
But he didn't even look at them. He was looking downfield, and he didn't have a chance to do that. So the punter is in, standing inside the 5. And back for the Miners is Feltner and McBride. Boy, just field position football so far with only seconds remaining here in this first quarter of play. Feltner will take it at the 35, and the first man down has him. That's Blodgett. So first down and 10 Miners at their own 35 with 18 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Nice job by Blodgett on that punt. And, man, Hayden, I was thinking maybe you ought to fair catch that, but got a decent block from Braylon as it was coming up there, but nowhere to go on the return.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the local expert. Corey Motter knows Greene County inside and out with years of experience and a passion for helping you find your perfect property. Close it with Corey and make your real estate dreams a reality. So the Miners come out with 18 ticks remaining in this first quarter of play. Wide receivers left and right. McBride, Goodman, the lone setback. He's got a man. Well, he was going. Cooper Smith was wide open at the 45, but he tried to get it toward Oliver. He must not have seen Cooper Smith, but you know the coaches are going to see that.
Right. You put that play, you know, always seeing coaches on TV putting little notes on their play card, and I'm sure that's one they're going to put a note there that Cooper was open on that one.
So what's our time now? They only got 5 seconds off the clock in that play, Darren, so it's second down now. And 10 with 13 ticks now remaining. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, working on the near hash mark. McBride gets the snap, passes it out to his swing back, and I think that's Jesse.
Yep.
But he didn't have anywhere to go. He was swamped under as soon as he touched the football. Number 56 and number 8, is that what it is? Braden Monroe and number 56, Caden Tomasino were able to make that play. We're at the end of the first quarter. It's still 0-0 on the
And that's the end of the first quarter.
Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners. 3 specialty clinics with 3 top-notch providers right here close to home. Greene County General Hospital's Team Ortho Foot and Ankle, and Surge Care are the area's go-tos when it comes to your care. Team Ortho is home to the county's only board-certified orthopedic surgeon, Dr. John Hammerstein. Dr. Matthew Parmenter is a board-certified foot and ankle surgeon with more than 35 years' experience. And board-certified general surgeon Dr. Cam Gabrielson is trained to diagnose a wide range of diseases that may require surgery. Team Ortho Foot and Ankle, and Surge Care, the trio you can trust. They're all part of the Greene County General Hospital family. Our family, caring for yours. We come back to our second quarter, brought to you by Key Associates of Linton. The Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard is still 0-0 as we head into now quarter number 2. And Darren, Linton with an explosive running game, and Greencastle, I think, with an explosive passing attack. I didn't expect it to be 0-0 at the end of
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle for sure here. Now the Miners another 3rd and long.
See what happens here. You hear the PA announcer. He's excited. McBride now getting ready. Got a man in motion. That's Cooper Smith. He's going to look to his left and then come back across the middle. And, oh, my gosh, that was almost. There were no fewer than 3, maybe as many as 4 defenders around. Was that Goodman?
Intended for Russell, yes.
And
there is the flag.
McBride was in a hurry. He was under pressure. Let's see here what the call is.
Ineligible man downfield.
Against the Miners.
So that'll be, they'll decline and take the play with the incompletion, and that makes it 4th down and long at 4th down and 12. So in effect, the Miners will start quarter number 2 with a punt. Goodman stepping back to do just that. Back for Greencastle is number 12, Bryston Nunn, the 5'11", 175-pound senior, waiting for that kick. He's standing at his own 35. Goodman, I think somebody got a hand on that one. It's rolling, though, inside the 35, the 30, rolling to the 25, and downed at about the 24-yard line. Boy, they got a break there, Darren. I think somebody got a hand on that.
Yeah, it kind of had a funny spin when it came out of there, but nonetheless ends up being a nice pump by Russell there and puts him down at about the 24-yard line.
It's the perfect season for camping. Give Audrey Sparks at Richard Brown Insurance a call to get the best protection for your camper. Welcome to TY Builders, a Prairie-built Barnes dealer in Linton, Indiana. Across from the park, they offer high-quality storage buildings, cabins, garages, carports, and chicken coops, all available with rent to own. Visit prairiebuiltfarms.com or TY Builders on Facebook. So here we go.
Going to have to make an adjustment here. They've got 3 receivers left. We only got 2 people out here to cover them, and they run it.
And he's coming to this side thinking he's got some blockers, and boy, luckily he did. Number 52 lowering the boom. Corey Andrews trailing the play. When the running back stepped up, he cleared it up.
Pick up a 6 on the play.
Boy, Darren was right with the trips wide left. But you could tell he was trying to get out there. Blodgett, the lone setback, standing to the left of the quarterback. 2 wide receivers to the left, short side of the football field, working to the near hash mark. They're going to give straight ahead to Blodgett. He got maybe a yard.
Nice job by Hank Jennings that time, closing up the hole, holding to a yard.
3rd down, it looks like about 4. Long 3 or short 4. They're going to bring in some bigger fellas here. Let's see what they do here.
Several substitutions.
Yep, I think they're bringing in their short yardage offense. They are. It's all in tight. The muscle is in. They've got as many as 3 setbacks behind the quarterback. This is the wishbone. I haven't seen this in a long time. A fullback and 2 halfbacks. They're going to give it to the right. Blodgett, and he's going to get the 1st down. He's out to about the 39-yard line, maybe the 38. 1st down and 10 for Greencastle.
Paul Oliver finally brings him down, but he kind of dragged tacklers.
You don't see the wishbone much anymore, Darren.
No, you really don't.
I haven't seen that since the Sooners and years ago. Looks like they're going to stay with that crew. Maybe they're going to try to see if they...
This is interesting.
Still come out on the bone. Everybody in tight.
No receivers.
You got the tight end, but they're going to give straight ahead to the fullback, and that's the big fella. Let's see, that's 53.
33.
Oh, is it? Thank you. 33. That's Welker, the tight end, who's now lining up at fullback.
His first carry picks up 3.
Let's see if they decide to just stay with this muscle. Looks like it. Second down 7, ball at the 42. Again, in the bone, working under the center. Quarterback takes the snap, spins it, gives it to the halfback on a pitch play. He's out to about the 44-yard line.
Number 8 that time, Braden Monroe, his first carry.
Now, Monroe is the fellow that we expected to see. He is a big fella. Braden, 6'3", 240. And he carried some people with him there, but they've still got a ways to go at 3rd down and 5. And they still bring out the muscle. Still in the bone. See if they decide to break one on the outside. They're working on the near hash mark. They have the wide side of the football field to the right with blockers in the backfield, but they're going back to retreat. Quarterback in trouble.
Nice
he will not
job.
get away. Oliver spins him down inside the 40 at about the 39.
Cooper Smith got pressure from one side, allowed Oliver to pick up the sack from the other side.
Impressive rush by the Miners. Darren, it almost looked like they knew that pass play was coming. That was a great rush.
Back to the 40, so a 4-yard loss.
Team Ortho Foot and Ankle Center is home to board-certified ankle surgeon Dr. Matthew Parmenter, who has more than 35 years' experience treating patients across southern Indiana. For more information, call Team Ortho at 847-3381. Our family, caring for yours. There's the snap. Waiting for the kick. It's high, short this time, but they've been good with rolls, but not this time. It'll go out of bounds. They're going to say at the 37. 1st down and 10 Miners at their own 37.
Not quite as good a punt that time, so a little bit better field position for the Miners this time.
Best of luck to the Linton Miners this season. Bender Lumber proudly supports our area student athletes, from building supplies to expert help with your projects. Bender Lumber has you covered. Everyone at Bender Lumber in Linton is rooting for the Miners. Miners now coming out. Have 2 wide receivers to the left. There's the snap. McBride trying to run off the left-hand side. Boy, they spin him around immediately. Making the play was number...
Williamson got him by the ankles, and then the rest of them came in to take him down.
Number 2, Anthony Adams, was in there too.
Lost a yard.
I'm always a little worried about a loose ball coming out of there somehow, but so far that has not been the case. We're broadcasting from the Welch and Cornett Walton Funeral Home press box here. McBride giving straight ahead to Jesse. Jesse Voigtchild is out to about the 38. So really he's, well, they give him basically a yard. I was going to say he's back to the original line of scrimmage, but we'll call it a long 9.
It's now 3rd down.
3rd and 9. The Miners have been 3rd and long here for several straight possessions.
2 wide receivers to the left, wingbacks left and right, 1 lone setback. That's Goodman, who's now in the sidecar to the right-hand side. McBride's got a man out here. He throws it out here, and they're going to say he was out of bounds. It was a great effort by Oliver. He tried to, the ball was a little bit away from him. He tried to tip it back to himself. He did catch it, but he was out of bounds by the time he was able to corral the ball.
Yeah, I don't know. One foot in's all you need. I don't know. That's pretty close.
Goodman back to punt. He's standing inside his own 25, still walking back at about the 23. 1 man deep for Greencastle, and that's Bryson Nunn. Really hasn't had a chance to return anything, and he's not going to have a chance here either. The ball caroms all the way down inside the 10, still rolling inside the 5, the 4, and the 3. They haven't touched it yet. They're touching it now. I think it might be the 2, Darren.
2-yard line. Great punt by Russell.
My gosh, where was he? Was he about the 30?
38.
38. Fish Monuments, located at 289 A Street Northeast, will meet you to design your special cemetery monuments. Whether you're pre-planning or have experienced the death of a loved one, please contact Fish Monuments in Linton or reach out to them by phone at 930-236-3002. Well, if there was a time to run your wishbone, this would probably be it.
Well, they're back to their normal set now, so.
Okay, see if they decide to retreat and try to throw and from their own end zone. Wide receivers, 2 wide to the right. That's a wide side of the football field. 1 to the left. They're going to give straight ahead. They've got some running room. Blodgett, though, it closes quickly down at about the 4.
Corey Andrews, Russell Goodman.
Boy, they closed quick, Darren, because it looked like he had some room there for a moment.
It really did. Ends up being a 3-yard pickup, so 2nd and 7.
Two wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Williamson is the lone receiver to the left. Going to keep an eye on him. Cooper Smith now kind of drifts off him, but a minor jumped. Let's see. Yep. You know how a lot of times when we shift, it causes the other team a problem when we're on offense?
Absolutely.
This time, though, the defense shifted and somebody jumped.
So it makes the 2nd and 7 turn into a 2nd and 2.
Trips. Nope, I take that back. Wide receiver went to the right, and the other two receivers will shift to the left. So we still have 3 wideouts. One wide receiver all alone, Williamson on the right-hand side. That's a wide side of the football field. They're going to give, though, to Blodgett. He gets around one man, skirts ahead. He's across out to about the 20-yard line. First down and 10. Boy, that was a big play for the Cubs.
Yep, did a good job breaking the tackle, getting it all the way out to the 20. So a 10-yard pickup. That's the first down either team has had for a long time.
Unbelievable. We came in here really expecting offense, not defense. But that's what we're getting. Although I must admit, Greencastle's been what, would you say, fingers away from some long incompletions?
Yeah, for sure.
Or long completions. Again, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Working to the near hash mark, only 1 back behind the quarterback. Stevens, hands straight ahead. Blodgett nowhere to go. He's pummeled at about the 17.
Cooper Smith and Aiden Sparks takes it back to the 17.
Great play by the Miners.
Just a quick FYI, IU was playing in play today over Maryland. 42-28 was the final. They're now 5-0, and this is the first time since 1967 that they've had a 5-0 record.
And Maryland is no slouch. You would argue that maybe some of the teams they played were not. But Maryland's a good team. Oh, here we go. We're off and running. Trayvon Long at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown. Paul Oliver tries to run him down, but he cannot do it. And so ball was at the 18 or the 17?
17-yard line, 83 yards.
83-yard touchdown. And Darren, we saw them flirt with this, but in this case it wasn't a long ball.
Just a quick throw. They needed one block, one man to beat, and they got the block they needed, and away he went.
Impressive play there and run by Trayvon Long. 5'10", 160-pound junior wide receiver. They're in now for the extra point. And looks like getting ready to kick that is Ian Williamson, who does just about everything.
Yeah, he's 12 for 12 on the season on these, so chances are going to add it.
So we have our first Stanger Holmes touchdown of the game. And now with 4:17 remaining in the second quarter, there's the snap, the place, the kick. It's up and good with 4:17 remaining in the first half. It's 7-0. Tiger Cubs lead the Miners. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners. At Crane Credit Union, you can expect a personalized experience from people committed to your financial well-being. When you visit one of our 18 branches across southern and central Indiana, you will be greeted by our team that is committed to supporting your financial needs, dreams, and possibilities through all the stages of your life. From youth and teen accounts where it pays to get A's, to auto and personal loans that are processed completely within your local branch. Your local staff can assist you with mortgage and home equity needs, and when the time is right, we can help you with your IRA retirement accounts. We will be with you every step of the way. Crane Credit Union, building relationships since 1955. Autumn Trace of Greene County is the perfect setting for seniors to call home. Seniors can live as independently as they wish while enjoying as much supportive care as they request in their daily lives from the 24-hour staff. Call Jessica and her friendly staff at 812-699-4464 to schedule your tour. Come and find out why so many of your friends and neighbors have already picked Autumn Trace as their choice to age in place. So the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard, 7-0. Tiger Cubs on top, Darren. Miners have to... I think you don't want to fall behind by too much. You want to respond.
Yep, 4 plays, 2 minutes, 9 seconds, 98 yards.
Unbelievable. That's right. They started at the ball on their own 2.
Yep, aided by an offside penalty that turned it from 2nd and 7 to 2nd and 2. And Just a quick out route there, and away he went after one good block.
So we're waiting to see. Let's see who is deep. It's Jesse. This is a deep man. Let's see if the ball will get to him. It will. It'll bound, and he'll pick it up at about the 10, the 15, the 20, 25. Rolls his way to the 30. We'll see where they place it.
Nice return that time by Jesse.
On the return.
Should be right at the 30.
Let's see. It looks like they've got the ball maybe
the 31.
Well, I can't tell what the chain is doing there yet. I'm watching, but is that set? I can't.
Oh, wow. They marked that way back at the 27.
Yeah. Yep, that's where it is now, the 27-yard line. Miners 1st and 10. Again, let's see. Wide to the right is Colin Webster, number 20, calling in the game. I can't tell if that's Feltner or Oliver wide to the left. There's the snap.
And Paul at quarterback. So
Paul at quarterback. Oliver across the 30 and out to about the 32. So, boy, this will be the first time we have seen Paul in a long time at quarterback.
Hadn't been able to get the ball in your best player's hands, and that's one way you can do it. It's put him back there at quarterback. So he picks up 5.
You know, I actually wondered somewhat, Darren, if with his injury, if we'd ever see him at quarterback again this year. But he's out there now.
Yep, trying to change things up here and see if we can get the offense moving again. Haven't moved it since that first drive.
Wide receivers left and right. Goodman in motion. Oliver goes back, makes the first man miss, and is going to walk around, makes more of a miss, 2 more miss. He's across the 40 and out to about the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 Miners.
And that's the first down for the Miners since that first drive. So.
And he moved like the old Paul there, didn't he? He didn't depend on his power. He used agility there.
Yeah, he really did. Ducked underneath that first guy that got in there. Pick up a 12.
See, somebody's getting a shoestring adjustment there. That's Jesse. Oliver working from the gun. Feltner is wide to the left. Colin Webster is wide to the right. Wingbacks left and right. One in motion. That's Goodman. Going to give straight ahead. I think that's Jesse again. He's across the 45. He's out to about the 40. Well, they're going to say the 45. I was going to say the 46, but nope, they put the ball just across the 45.
Williamson again in there to trip him up.
Miners looking toward the sideline.
So I want to say hello to Coach Wellington, and I'm going to read this verbatim. He sent this via text. Coach Wellington says, "Sure enjoying the broadcast. You two sound like a couple of ESPN announcers. Go Miners."
Well, Darren does. Oliver back to pass. Oh, my gosh, it goes right through the hands of Cooper Smith, right into Blodgett's breadbasket, but he can't pull it in. I think he was too surprised. It hit him, and I don't think he knew it was coming.
Yeah, it would have been a tough catch for either one of them. But once again, here we are at 3rd down and long.
They had pressure on Paul that time, Darren.
Quick rush that time.
Oliver looking to the sideline. Feltner left, Webster right. Cooper Smith wingback to the right. Goodman wingback to the left. Jesse Voigtchild in the sidecar. Oliver back to pass. He's got a man out there. He throws it. He's got it at the 20. Feltner down at the 16-yard line. 1st down and 10 Miners. Best play of the game for Linton.
I thought he'd overthrown him, and Hayden did a great job to run that down and make the catch.
Great pass play by Paul Oliver. Good to see him back at quarterback. Although I will say, I thought McBride and Goodman have done a good job this year. But you could tell we needed a spark today, Darren.
Absolutely. 37 yards on that play.
Okay, 2 wide receivers to the right. Goodman is split out there with Webster. They're going to go to the right-hand side. Oliver is put down immediately, and he turned to look to see who in the world would hit him that quick. And you know what? It's Williamson.
Yep.
No gain on the play.
Great play.
2nd down and 10.
Great play by Greencastle.
No gain.
So it's 2nd down 10.
Miners really need to put that in. Minute 50 to go. Really need to punch this in before halftime.
Again, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, working to the far hash mark. There's the snap. Oliver puts it out there. Goodman has to get a shoestring catch, and that takes away from the run. They harness him immediately. He maybe picks up a couple.
Yeah, Just one, I believe. So 3rd and 9.
Darren, the rush is in there almost immediately. Now, Oliver has made a couple people miss, and that's allowed them to make plays, but boy, they are coming through that line fast.
Might be a good time to set up a screen here.
Jesse Voigtchild in the sidecar, the lone setback, trips to the left, one to the right. And I think we've got a timeout on the field. With 1:08 remaining in the first half of play on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard. The score, Greencastle 7 and Linton nothing. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners. Linton Sporting Goods has an over 20-year tradition of offering Hoosiers the best in sports equipment and apparel. They feature Wilson, Demarini, Louisville Slugger, Marucci, Mizuno, and much more. Get ready for any sports season by shopping at Linton Sporting Goods on Highway 54, where the winners shop. Green Streets is a proud supporter of Linton Miner football and Linton athletics. Green Streets covers crime news, court news, jail logs, obituaries, and other news around Greene County. Visit Green Streets at greenstreets.com. Harvest season is coming near. Give Audrey Sparks at Richard Brown Insurance a call to make sure your farm and farm equipment are properly protected. So it's 3rd down and 10, ball at the 17. The Miners don't have the luxury of a field goal kicker. So if they're going to score, they're going to have to punch it in, as Darren says. The ball resting at about the 17.
Don't have to get all of it here, but need to get 5 or 6 anyway.
3rd down and 10. Jesse, skirting around the left side, has some running room. He's spun down inside the 5. He's all the way down to the 2 before number 11, Chris Olson, is able to hog tie him.
Nice job by Jesse that time. Gets it down inside the 5.
Darren, it didn't look like there was a hole there. I don't know how he found a place to run.
First down and goal.
Pickup of 12.
1st down and goal. How much time left? Clock running at 50 seconds remaining.
I think we still have it. We may have all of our timeouts left. Paul going to keep it.
Oliver spinning around, may have gotten a yard. Boy, I'm surprised they haven't wanted to stop the clock. It's still running at 40.
Yeah, don't want to give them any time.
It's 2nd down. Clock running. They're in no hurry here. Looking to the sideline at 30 seconds, and now we get a timeout. Boy, a lot of time burned off the clock. On the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard, 7-0 Tiger Cubs at the Miners, threatening with the ball at the 1 when we return with 30 seconds left. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners. Correll's LP Gas has quite a story to tell. A locally owned operation for 78 years, offering residential and agricultural propane in 6 counties. They also fill camper, motorhome, and gas grill cylinders. Correll's LP Gas, located at Highway 54 in Linton. Check them out on Facebook or by phone at 812-847-4076.
We take pride in our funeral homes and value the friendships we've made for over 100 years. It's those friendships that make us work hard to be the best. You have my personal guarantee that we will always strive to earn your trust.
Welcome back. 30 seconds remaining in the first half. The Greencastle Tiger Cubs have a 7-0 lead, but the Miners have the ball. 2nd and goal. Oliver under center, going straight ahead, just powering his way forward. Flag on the far side of the football field. But it came kind of late.
Offside on the defense.
Offside on the defense, but what was the call? Did he get in? I have not seen a signal, but it looked like he was in. Now, number 20, Webster is showing touchdown. Yep. Touchdown Miners. We have a Stanger Holmes touchdown, and that makes it 7-6 on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard. But the Miners will be going for 2.
Yep, these conversions are going to be big.
Webster coming out, McBride coming in, Darren. That's an interesting substitution. See where he'll be lining up. Oliver is coming up out as a wide receiver this time, in tight. More of a tight end. McBride rolling to his right. looking for Oliver. He's got it. The two-point conversion is good. Paul sneaks it and then catches a little out pattern in the end zone for the two-point conversion, giving the Miners an 8-7 lead on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Put confidence, adventure, and accomplishment firmly in your hands with the Polaris Sportsman lineup. Get the most out of every day, pull off the toughest hauls, and keep charging on.
Since 1973, Linton Cycle Sales.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners, where we're currently 70 degrees with drizzle. And right now we are under 21-mile-an-hour wind gust. And they've had, within the last 24 hours, over a half an inch of rain with 81% humidity.
And that's here?
It's here.
I didn't even see it raining.
I noticed across the way our fans are umbrellaed up, rain gear. So it is spitting some drizzle here.
Darren, I don't know if you've benefited from weather with Heather, but that's what we just had.
Hey, that's nice. I didn't realize it was raining. I do see the umbrellas up now. You can't tell it's raining from here.
So we're teeing it up. Goodman has the ball teed up at the 40. So what is the strategy with 25 ticks remaining here, Darren?
Well, get the stop on the kickoff first, and then don't let them do what they did on their last play.
Yeah, you know, these guys are capable of taking it the whole way. Caden Heights is one of the deep men, and the other one, I believe, is number 21, Blodgett. See what Goodman does. He's going to hit it to the short man. It's up to number 24, Dobbs, and he is out across the 40, maybe to the 41. First down and 10 there with 21 seconds. So if you're Greencastle, you don't lose anything by throwing some long balls here, Darren.
Not at all. First and 10 at the 41-yard line. So good field position. They still have a couple of timeouts left, so they can use the whole field.
They break the huddle. Going wide to the right is Long, and Anthony Adams. Going to the left is the big fella, number 33, Parker Welker, the tight end. McBride is on him. Single coverage back there. Good rush on the quarterback. He's got a man wide open at the 50. He's hit, though, down at about the 49. He didn't, once he caught the ball, Feltner leveled him, but he was wide open for that time.
Yep, gets it into Miner territory.
13.5, clock stopped. Timeout.
Greencastle.
13 yards.
And that will be enough.
The Grill of Linton is a 100-year tradition, and in the same family for the last 40 years, open 7 days a week with steak night every Friday and Saturday night. You may dine in or carry out at this eatery located in the heart of downtown Linton.
I know Big D was pretty excited for the Weather with Heather segment last night because this
gusts of 45 miles an hour.
You could feel every swift of the wind. So we're very excited to have Bill Reilly here on camera, 42-year veteran with WTHR. So we're excited to have him, as well as Darren Clayton filling in today for Big D Dan Phillips.
Great ball game. Boy, defensive display so far. 8-7, Miners on top on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard, but still 13 seconds to go here in the first half. And again, Welker, the big tight end, is off to the right, and again, McBride is on him. I only mention him because of the size differential. They also have Anthony Adams wide to the right. Well, they got Trips to the right. But Stevens is looking to the left. He's got a man over there and way underthrows it. I think the rush got to him a little bit there, Darren.
Yeah, he didn't have time to see the receiver heading down the field, threw it short.
On the field.
A flag down at about the 46 on the far side of the football field. We'll see what it is. Looks like the Cubs are walking backwards. Ineligible receiver downfield. So this will make a big difference with 9 ticks left. Although if you're going to air it out, you're going to air it out.
Right.
5 yards penalty.
So puts the ball at the 49 of Greencastle. 2 wide receivers to the left. We're at 9 seconds now remaining. So the quarterback, Cole Stevens, brings him out, working from the gun, takes the snap at the 44, retreats, puts it up in the air, got a man out there, complete at the 39. Now 4 seconds left. What's the field goal kicker's range, Darren? That's unfair of me to ask. I'm asking it kind of generically.
Well, they said earlier in the year he just missed a 40-yarder, so they'll have to get a few more. There's only 4 seconds left, and they're out of timeouts, so I'd look for them to air it out here.
We'll make it second down and about 4. Timeout, Greencastle.
Timeout, Greencastle here. Let's take a quick moment out. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
City Linton employees are dedicated to providing the best and most reliable utility service, security, and safety for its families and students. As the new mayor, I agree with the sign, "You'll like Linton." But you'll really love our miners.
Set the stage for you here. 4 seconds remaining in the first half, and it's 8-7 right now. Miners on top over the Cubs. But the Cubs have the ball, and it's at the 39-yard line as they break the huddle. This will be the last play of the first half. You know they're going to go long here. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Williamson is the man to the right. Adams, and they're going to go here out to...
Yeah, they were setting up a hook and lateral that time.
To Williamson, and the ball was short. Hit the ground before it got to him, and now there's down to 1 second remaining here in the first half. Like Darren, that's a good point. They were setting up a little trickery there, but it didn't work. Long and Adams wide to the left. Number 4, Williamson, is wide to the right. Blodgett the lone setback. Quarterback Stevens working from the gun, standing at about his own 44. Retreats and needs to get rid of the ball right away. He airs it out and overthrown, intended for Traven Long. But he was well defended out there by 2 Miners, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter of play. So the score at the halftime on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard, Linton 8 and the Tiger Cubs of Greencastle 7.
We're going to be back with the Bender Lumber halftime show in just a moment. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
I'm Jesse Boydchild with the senior class. I've been playing football since I was in 2nd grade. My favorite football memory, each time that we went to Woodland Bible Camp, spending 3 days on the grind.
My name is Brennan McBride. I'm with the senior class. I'm playing football since I was about 4 years old. Favorite memory would probably be beating Sullivan twice in 1 year.
Hi, my name's Tebow. I'm in 12th grade. I've played football since I was in 2nd. And my favorite memory with the boys is Woodland Bible Camp.
I'm Colin Webster. I'm with the senior class. I've been playing football since I was in 2nd grade. And my favorite memory has to be when we beat Sullivan on their home field for the sectional championship.
I'm Hayden Feltner. I'm with the senior class. I've been playing football since the 2nd grade. Favorite memory is beating Sullivan in the sectional championship.
My name's Hank Jennings. I'm with the senior class. I've been playing football since I was about 3 years old, and my favorite memory is probably chasing half the team around with a big old snake at Woodland Bible Camp.
Linton Sporting Goods offers custom screen printing to promote your business, brand, and team. From a large array of colors and printing options, your perfect design piece to embroidery and letter jackets. Sports runs through the family, and so does Linton Sporting Goods. Shop the tradition at Linton Sporting Goods, Highway 54, where the winners shop. Good at a lot of things, like cheering on the Miners to victory. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Jathan Wright is good at making sure your insurance needs are just right for you. That's why Jathan is here to help you work through any questions you might have about your auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance. Then you can get back to making sure the Miner fan section is louder than the other team. Talk to Jathan. Stop in or submit your information online and give him a call at 812-798-2615. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood. Welcome back at halftime to Robert L. Harbison Stadium, where the Greencastle Tiger Cubs are trailing the Linton Miners 8-7, but boy, it went right down to the last seconds of the first half for the Miners to be able to take that lead. And for the Tiger Cubs, they had to go 98 yards on a drive, Darren, that really was almost at the end of the first half as well. It's really been a defensive struggle here.
It really has been. I've unofficially, very unofficially, I don't have the computer power today that Big D has, but I've only got the Miners for 113 yards of offense here at halftime, and Greencastle with 158, and 83 of that came on one play. So, not a whole lot of offense by either team, but the Miners fortunate to get the 2-point conversion and have the 8-7 lead at halftime.
Yeah, it's been an incredible first half, really, a defensive ball game. But the Miners made a little switch. They've done some quarterback switcheroo because of injuries, but now today it's the opposite. Paul Oliver goes back to quarterback, and they were able to make some plays and get down the field and take the lead.
Yeah, we really were. I mean, just anything to give you a spark. And then the Miners thought that that they hadn't been able to get the ball in Paul's hands there in the whole first part of the game, but for about a quarter and a half. So that with 4:17 to go, we get the ball back. They move him in at quarterback, and we're able to go 10 plays, 73 yards, and 352. So, both teams showing a little bit of something they've not shown. I mean, they go to the wishbone because their passing game wasn't exactly, doing much there early. And we answer by moving Paul back to quarterback. So,
but I will say, I think the rush for Greencastle has been the most impressive that I've seen all year. I mean, the Miners really have little time to get the ball out of there.
Yeah, we really have, whether it's been Braylon or Paul. Paul was fortunate enough the first time he dropped back, he was able to duck underneath the defender and pick up a first down. But really, they've been in our face all night on the passing game, and the running game just not been able to produce a whole lot either, other than quarterback runs, really.
But let me go over on the other side and praise the Linton defense, because their rush has been getting to the quarterback. And now, granted, they gave up, like you said, was it 70 or 75-yard pass play?
83 yards for their touchdown.
But other than that, and I know that's a big other, but really, if you take those yards off the board, the Miners have done a good job.
Yeah, you take those the one big play off the board, and they've only got 75 yards of offense at halftime. I mean, you take that anytime, and unfortunately, they broke that big play. I always said this whenever I was doing this on a regular basis. I trust our coaching staff as much as any coaching staff in the state here to make adjustments at halftime and come back out and do things better in the second half than we did in the first half.
Darren, one thing I remember Coach Oliver saying on the post-game show, and I think it was the first game was it Marion? Is that what that first game was? Where he literally said, we got punched in the mouth, we didn't punch back. Today they punched back.
And I think that comes from what we've learned throughout the course of the season. I mean, we lose that first game to Marion 45-6. They were every bit as good as advertised. Mm-hmm. But, you look at the games we won. It was a close one against Monrovia. It was 22-20, and it could have gone either way, and we sucked it up and won that one. Western, 26-7. We didn't play great. Sullivan, it was 42-20, but that game was closer than the score indicated. I mean, 14 of those points came late. It was 28-20 in the fourth quarter with Sullivan having the ball, and we easily could have folded in. So I think this team's learned along the way. A tough loss last week, 21-20. I just think it continues to be a learning experience for this team, and I think this team's just going to continue to get better, and I think it needs to show right here in the second half today, what we've learned from those first few games.
I'm still not sure, though, in watching the offense with Paul Oliver in there at quarterback, that he's actually 100%.
I mean, I'm sure.
I can't tell, but I'm not. It just doesn't seem like it.
That shoulder still has to be sore, and it's got to be tough for him if he's going to get hit. Is he going to lower that shoulder? And normally that's what we'd see him do. He'd lower his shoulder and put the hurt on somebody else, even as the offensive player. But where's he at right now as far as doing that with where that shoulder is? And he threw a couple of passes that looked all right. Got to think he's good enough to put back there. He's got to be feeling pretty decent.
And his presence has made a world of difference here in the first half. Toward the end, they put him in at quarterback. He's able to lead the team down, get the quarterback sneak because of his size and his power, and then they switch him out to tight end. In the second half, they're going to be looking at where he lines up.
Oh, absolutely. And whether you get it to him in the passing game, the running game, or as a quarterback where you're giving it to him on every play, the ball needs to be in his hands as much as possible and making plays. But, let's give it up for Hayden Feltner, too, on that drive. What a great catch he makes, on a ball that I thought was overthrown. And, man, he reaches out and hauls that in, and that's a huge play on that drive that went for, I believe that I'm on the wrong line here, 37 yards. So that was big on that particular drive.
And he has stepped up almost every game with a play like that.
He really has, yep. Both offensively and defensively. He's got our only 2 interceptions on the season. I think he's caught more balls than anybody offensively, and he's definitely stepped up and been a big part of this offense and defense.
But on the offensive side, or you talk about the offensive line, and I would say Greencastle's controlled the line of scrimmage. We have no running game going.
Yeah, we really haven't. I've got us just for 65 yards rushing, 28 for Jesse, 21 for Paul. 12 for Russell and 4 for Braylon.
I say that because I think we're a little bit spoiled. I mean, Jesse's been running for 170, 150. And so we start to think, well, you should be doing that. You can't do that every game.
But the passing game, we talked about how accurate we've been throwing the ball, coming into tonight with, 25-31 the past 2 weeks. But today, we're just 3 of 10 here at halftime on passing the ball. So that's probably hurt the running game, the fact that they've not really had to respect the passing game so far. Just 48 yards through the air for the Miners. Like I said, 3 of 10. So 113 total here at halftime, and only have 113 and be ahead on the scoreboard. So definite positive.
This is the Bender Lumber Halftime Show. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Finding the best coverage for your home, auto, life, and business isn't always a walk in the park. I'm Audrey Sparks at Richard Brown Insurance, your local auto owner's insurance agent. Whether you're buying your first car or starting your own business, finding the right coverage can be a challenge. With great companies like Auto Owners Insurance, I can find the appropriate coverages so that you and your family can be better protected. Come see me, Audrey Sparks, to discuss what coverages are right for you, or give me a call at 812-847-4798.
At Violet & Company, we love assisting each of you in all of life's special moments. We are a locally owned floral shop at 69 North Main Street in downtown Linton. Contact us at 812-847-3208 to purchase your arrangement for any special occasion, or stop in for that perfect gift. Stay in touch with us on Facebook under Violet & Company for upcoming events and to see our latest creations. We encourage you to live life in full bloom.
We're back at Robert L. Harbison Stadium. Heather? Oh, I'm sorry. I turned that down when you...
That's okay.
Once a game, I'm always guilty of that.
That's okay. So we want to catch up here, as we always do on Facebook. Those that are watching and giving some shout-outs. Mildred Angleton says, watching number 61 play from Linton at a wedding shower. Go Tanner. My granddaughter's having her wedding shower. We'd also like to say hello to Martha Butler and Hadley watching at home after volleyball today. And Brandon Mahan says Miner Pride. Danny Shonk up in Boggerstown says he's going to a wedding reception and hope to be able to get a few glimpses in between the wedding festivities today. Dave Zorman, watching down from North Davie, says he's been waiting on this one for a while. Good to see, going to see a good quarterback that can throw it around the yard. So let's go, Linton. And J.R. Voigtschild's Run, Jesse, Run. Good luck, Miners beat Greencastle. So,
and by the way, Heather and I love the T-shirts. Love the T-shirts.
So,
Run, Jesse, run.
We also want to say our next broadcast will be this Tuesday evening as the Sullivan Arrows travel to Linton for Linton Minor Volleyball. So we will look forward to seeing everyone in the stands on Tuesday evening, or you have the opportunity to watch from home.
Yeah, and we should say with Darren Clayton joining us here, we can Darren, you got a lot of sports moving right now, golf and tennis. You got other things going on besides football and volleyball.
Yeah, absolutely. Millie Lynn will be playing in the golf regional. It's supposed to have been today, but they had to move it because of the weather, so she'll be playing Monday. We got the tennis sectional tennis sectional coming up at home next week. That's on Wednesday, Thursday, if the weather permits. So lot going on.
We should also mention that our minor broadcasting student, Cooper Church, who's in the 8th grade, he provided us times that we also have on our Facebook page. I'm going to give a couple of updates here. The boys, there was 153 runners, and out of 13 teams, the Linton boys placed 12th with 356 points. The Linton girls, out of 114 girls and out of 10 teams, the Linton girls middle school cross country placed second with 92 points, and Sophia Skinner placed 4th. Overall in today's middle school cross-country meet.
We got Doug Greenley right here over her shoulder. Doug, come here for a second. Yeah, Darren, give him your headset. I want to talk to you about last night.
Here, give him mine.
Oh, well, now we're all okay. We'll switch again. Yeah, the two athletic directors can talk. Darren, I'll let you interview him about last night and the decision, because it looked like a great decision now.
Well, I mean, it's not easy. None of us want to cancel anything. I know Doug didn't want to cancel last night. I'm sure the officials got here probably end up paying double the officials and all that good stuff that people don't realize behind the scenes.
No, it was a situation really where the conditions really got worse about 6, 7, 8 o'clock here, but we were going to play regardless. That was our plan. And we kind of tried to stick with it, but at 5 o'clock, I turned on the lights to the football stadium, and they were on for 5 minutes, and then I looked up, and they were off, and I knew I had an issue, so we tried some things, didn't work, called in the head of maintenance, and he said, we got a problem. I said, I can't play no lights tonight, and he said, you may not have lights the rest of the year.
I was going to say it might be a bigger problem.
Yeah,
wow.
So we'll find out next week. We got people coming in Monday to look at it, but right now it's really concerning us, But I think, overall, if you think about it, I don't like to have Linton have to make 2 trips in 2 days, but that's part of sports. I told somebody that, I was a baseball head coach for 28 years. I drove many places and didn't play and came back and went back the next day. So I'm kind of used to that, but it's different in football.
Let me interrupt you just to let you brag a little bit about your facilities and school behind me. You were kind enough to take us on a tour earlier this week. What a beautiful facility you have here.
Yeah, we're really blessed right now. We've had a really large project that just basically got completed, and a lot of that was for athletics, and we've got some facilities now that for a 2A school we're very, very proud of, and I know that it's going to be nice, in the future having more good things to use, and we're just really, really very fortunate. I'm really happy about that, and I know the community is too.
Doug Greenley, the athletic director here. We got a great game brewing out here.
Yes, we do. I want to know why Oliver's quarterbacking right now.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
Although then they lined him up at tight end, and he scored again there.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a tremendous player, and I'm sorry he's injured and hurt, but my goodness, you see the difference he makes at the quarterback position, and he's just a kid last year in the sectional. I think he carried the ball 30 to 35 times and about 8 yards a carry. Unbelievable player. So we hope we can figure something out here in a second. But it was a great first half, 8-7.
Yep.
These kids both teams are playing hard. It's a good environment for high school football.
Thank you for being a great host.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here.
All right.
Thanks, Doug.
So Doug Greenley, the athletic director here at Greencastle. We love being here at the home of the Cubs. And in fact, the Cubs are getting out there and lining up now, Darren. What are we looking for here in this second half, do you think, Darren?
Well, it'll be interesting, like I said, to see how both teams make adjustments on what they were seeing. I mean, obviously the defenses won the first half, but I'm also sure that the defenses will make some adjustments as well. The Miners give up the big play. What can we do to prevent that from happening moving forward? Offensively, the Miners, what can we do to move the ball better? Defensively, what do we have to keep doing to slow them down? So it's a game of chess, and how's this going to play out?
We look at 8-7 on the scoreboard, and really the defense is what's on both sides has really played better than the offensive team. So we'll see if that continues here. Goodman to kick off. It's a short one. It's going to be fielded at the 35, the 40, the 45 by number 24. That is Nash Dobbs. I think that's the second time he's returned to kick today. They've gone right to him, but he did a good job returning that one. They're out near midfield, Darren. I can't argue with that.
Good field position for Greencastle here to start the second half.
So we're at the start of the third quarter, brought to you by Key Associates of Linton. We're broadcasting from the Welch and Cornett Walton Funeral Home press box. Kevin Rader, Darren Clayton, Heather Rader, Bill Reilly, all here to bring you this ball game. Working to the far hash mark, we have a wide receiver to the right, 2 to the left on the short side of the field, waiting for the quarterback to take the snap. He's going to give it. Blodgett is just hammered by Jennings, who ran right over his offensive blocker to make that play.
Yeah, great job by Hank that time. Like I said, making adjustments, and they run on the first play and lose 5 yards.
Boy, he just stood him up and just walked him right back to the quarterback. That was impressive.
Second down and long.
Nice way to start the second half of that Miner defense.
Cole Stevens swats Blodgett on the shoulder like saying, it's okay, buddy.
But now you can't give up that big play.
Yep. It is right now, 2nd and 15, ball at the 41. Stevens back to pass under pressure. Got a man wide open at the 20, the 10, the 5. Darren called it. Touchdown.
Can't give up the big play.
Where was the ball?
41-yard line, 59 yards.
59-yard, 2 long touchdown passes. Lightning strikes. And we saw that in the first half that they were capable of it. Now they've hit their second long one of the day.
53 seconds.
Unbelievable. 13-8 after that Stanger Holmes touchdown, but they now go for the extra point try. Again, it's number 4, Ian Williamson, the 6'4", 210-pound senior wide receiver, kicker, and great defender. Does it all for them. Waiting for the snap. Stevens will be the holder, places the ball, kick is up and good, automatic. And so the Stanger Holmes touchdown and the following extra point bring us to 14-8. The Tiger Cubs on top of the Miners on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard. This is Raider Media Sports, home of the Miners. Linton Sporting Goods offers custom screen printing to promote your business, brand, and team. From a large array of colors and printing options, your perfect design piece to embroidery and letter jackets. Sports runs through the family, and so does Linton Sporting Goods. Shop the tradition at Linton Sporting Goods, Highway 54, where the winners shop. Proud to be your hometown grocer, Save A Lot encourages you to switch to their brands and save. Their weekly ad on Wednesday offers you many specials to choose from. This week features great deals on 99-cent lunch makers and 5-pound bags of russet potatoes for $1.79 each. So don't forget, shop the dot to save a lot. So we're getting ready to tee this one up. And just like that, it's 14-8. So when you figure about the last 15 seconds, we've had 2 touchdowns here, and extra point conversions.
After it was all defense for so long.
There's a kick. Jesse's going to try to handle it. He one-hands it, but it goes into the end zone, so it will come out. And the Miners will start. at their 20-yard line. So the Miners play more of a ball control.
You talked about getting punched in the mouth and how you answer. Well, here we go again.
You know, and he did have time to pass that, but that wide receiver was open. He had a good two-step lead, and that ball was placed out there perfectly. Ball wide receiver to the left, Feltner. Webster is wide to the right. We're back to, looks like Paul Oliver at quarterback, going off the right-hand side. Paul's muscling his way across the 25 out to about the 27.
Nice start to the drive.
Boy, between us, Darren, it's just nice to see that play again. That's such a bread and butter with Paul Oliver. It's nice to see that he's healthy enough to maybe run that play.
7 yards.
It's basically just a direct snap and off tackle. Run to the right side of that offensive line. Man in motion. Oliver's got a man wide open. Goodman's got it, has to turn around. He's down now at about the 41-yard line. Let's see, it'll be first down and 10. If he didn't have to turn around for that, there's a good chance he could score on that play, Darren.
Russell's got some decent speed.
He had two men trailing, but let's see what happens here. Wide receivers left and right. Webster to the right.
That's how you slow down that pass rush a little bit.
Feltner to the left. Goodman is wide to the right. Jesse Voigtchild's going to take it, try to skirt around the right end. He does. He's at the 40. Flag is down. Let's see what this call is. You know, when you turn the corner and you see a flag, you almost fear that it's holding. Let's see.
And it's looks like maybe a block in the back or a hold. I couldn't
tell.
I couldn't tell what he was holding or if he was
holding. So, let's see. They're going to mark it off now. Just over 10 minutes now remaining in this third quarter of play. Puts the ball back in Linton territory at the 49. But the good thing, Darren, is it's still first down. But, oh my, you've got a country mile here now. 20. First and 20 of the ball at the 49.
Just got to get it a little bit at a time.
Going to throw it out to Feltner. He tries to make one man miss, and boy, that man does not miss. Number 7. C.J. Proctor, 6'3", 180-pound junior defensive back, put him down.
Similar to the play we've seen them run. Difference is we didn't get the block out there that we needed to open things up.
No, nowhere near it. Feltner to the left. Webster right, working on the near hash mark.
Got to get
wingbacks left and right.
Got to get a chunk of this back here.
It's second down, 21. Ball at the Miner 48. Checking their wristbands here. Voigtchild, the lone setback. Oliver pitches to Voigtchild. Jesse's going to try to get around the right side with his speed. He does. He's inside the 40 before he's out of bounds. Let's see where they place him. They're going to say out of bounds at the 39. They got a good chunk there, Darren.
Yep.
Looks like it'll be about 9 yards here on third down.
Gets it down to the 39-yard line.
Yep, very manageable now, 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8. Well, the Miners, more importantly, are moving the football.
Time to get loud.
Local crowd trying to get revved up here. Goodman in motion, going to the right. Oliver's going to hand off to him. He spins his way down to about the 36.
Goodman on the carry.
Good carry. Looks like at about 5 yards.
Alex Grove in on the stop.
Or 3 yards, I apologize.
So 4th and 5. Somebody down here for the Miners, 61. That's Tanner Scarborough.
And he has played well today. Tanner comes out. Let's see who they're bringing in. I didn't see who came in for Tanner. Miners looking to the bench to get the play here. An important play with the ball at the 36-yard line. It's 4th down and 5. Miners trailing. Here's the snap, man in motion. Oliver going to roll to his right. Now he's in trouble, and he's running. Boy, when he's running parallel, he's in trouble. When you're running north and south, it goes well.
Yep. Good job that time by the Greencastle defense. Nowhere for Paul to take the pass and nowhere for him to tuck it up and run.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 42-yard line.
Ooh, somebody's down here for Greencastle. Proctor. C.J. Proctor may have gotten shaken up. He's down at about the 15. Let's take a break. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners. Starts well before the lights are turned on. The grill at the grill is fired up well before the front door is unlocked and the first customer ventures in.
I've been coming to the grill for 30 years. It's the best restaurant in Greene County.
It's a Linton tradition that's lasted over 100 years and in the same family for over the last 40. Open 7 days a week with carry out, and speaking of traditions, they have steak night every Friday and Saturday night. If you didn't stop by today, there's always tomorrow at the grill in downtown Linton.
Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Miners move the ball, have an impressive drive, Darren, but they come up empty-handed.
Yep, moved it down the field pretty well and then got that penalty. That was the big key to that drive, that 10 yards back, and unable to overcome that.
Now the Miner defense is going to have to hold them here in order to try to get a touchdown to even things up or even take the lead. Right now, the quarterback, Stevens, back to pass. He wants the long ball again. He's got a man out there, incomplete. That time, he may have heard a few footsteps. Colin Webster was coming from the opposite side to help out, Darren, and I think they heard that. There is a flag.
Got a flag. Personal foul.
Illegal use of hands?
Personal foul on Greencastle. I'm not sure what what the referee was
I think it's
to.
illegal use of hands, but it didn't say hands to the face.
Oh, wait a minute. Now they're marking it off the wrong way, aren't they?
Now they're moving it against Linton. Or are they?
Going the wrong
Jennings,
way.
Hey,
he's
Jennings
going. Okay,
don't.
he took it back up to the line of scrimmage.
Okay. Okay, now they mark the ball all the way back to the 27.
That's a 15-yard penalty.
15-yarder, wow. I need to find out what that signal is. 2nd and 25, 8-11. Stevens back to pass. Going to throw it here out into the flat on the left-hand side. His man skirts around one man. It's Taven Long. He's broken a long one earlier today, and he gets a lot of it back on that play.
Yep, there's the difference between when we ran that play and when they ran it. They made one guy miss, and away he went. They got one good block, and one guy misses, and they pick up big yardage.
Oh, but they bring it back quite a bit, Darren. He must have stepped out. They put the ball down at the 37. I thought he was well over the 40.
So 10 yards back, so 2nd and 15.
So it's still long, 2nd and 15, 8:04 to play in the third quarter. Webster, the quarterback, takes it from the gun, throws out here again in the flat. Anthony Adams, they want to make their man beat their man one-on-one.
Nice job by Feltner that time making the stop.
Yep, Feltner was not going to let that happen. But now it's a manageable 3rd down 9, still long. See if the Miner defense can get Greencastle off the field. 2 wide receivers to the left, Anthony Adams and Ian Williamson. 2 wide receivers to the right, that's the big tight end Welker, and also Traven Long. 1 setback in the shotgun. Going out here again in the flat. Long makes one man miss, spins around. He's got the first down. But I'll tell you what, they were 1 man away from 6 points.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just that quick pass out there. Nobody there. There's nobody near him when he catches the ball. They make one block and away he goes. 14 more yards.
2 wide receivers, left and right. 1 lone setback. Blodgett. They're going to go to the same play. Traven Long on the right side makes the first man miss. He's out to the 37. They're going to keep running that until somebody stops it.
Yep.
Just go left and right.
Why wouldn't you?
You know, they're going to pump one, Darren, when somebody looks short, and they're going to take off down the field for the long pass. I wouldn't doubt at all if they try it. I'm not saying it'll be completed, but
yep.
They've been running the same play now. Makes you think they're going to set something up here. We got trips to the left, working from the near hash mark. Blodgett is the lone setback. Cole Stevens.
5 for 5 here in the second half, throwing the ball.
They are on fire. He waves his man in motion. Blodgett goes out there. That's where the ball's going to go. Nope, he fakes it and then wants to run around the right side and gets out of bounds.
Stevens on the keeper.
That should be another first down for Greencastle.
Down to the 31-yard line.
Boy, they're just methodically marching the ball down the field. The defense is having trouble stopping them. Receivers left and right, 2 to the right. Tight end is also on the right side.
Got good penetration up the gut that time, but he was able to take it to the right side. Nobody there.
Stevens takes the snap, gives it to Blodgett, looking around the right-hand side in the trailer. Number 13, Oliver, brings him down.
Good job by Paul that time, coming from the weak side.
Are you looking for TV and high-speed internet? Midwest Satellite, Mike Moran, offers Dish TV plans at $84.99 a month and T-Mobile high-speed internet for $60 a month. Call Midwest Satellite at 812-847-8848. Call Mike. He will treat you right. So, again, 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Traven Long to the right side. He's the near side, short side of the football field, working to the near hash mark. 2 wide receivers split to the wide side. Blodgett the lone setback in the sidecar. Got a man in the wingback position, though, and that's the big tight end. Stevens back to pass. He's looking over on the right-hand
nice
side.
Job by
Picked
Feltner.
off by Feltner. He's at the 20, the 25. Blocker out in front. Oliver levels somebody, and are out of bounds in Greencastle territory. 1st and 10 Miners. The defense needed a big play, and Darren, they got it.
Great job by Feltner, not going up there one-handed and helping bring that down to himself. And I thought we actually had 2 guys there that had a chance at that.
I couldn't tell because, to tell you the truth, I was watching the defenders.
Got a flag down.
Oh, I didn't see that. Let's see what that is.
Should be after the interception, I would think.
Is that about where Oliver placed his block? No, it was a little. That was a clean block. There wasn't anything wrong with that. Let's see now. They're talking and pointing here over to the sideline. And waving it off. I think they were thinking something with that block of Oliver's, but it wasn't in the back.
Ball will be spotted at the Tiger Cup.
Is your family protected? Contact Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Alicia Cornelius to discuss your auto, home, farm, life, or business needs. It's not just about protecting her family, she says. Let me help protect yours, too. Proudly serving Indiana at 812-582-8941 to speak with Alicia. One agent for all of your insurance needs. First down and 10, ball at the 47 of Greencastle for the Miners.
Great field position here now.
Goodman in motion. On the right-hand side, Oliver runs behind him, breaks 1 tackle. He's out across about the 40-yard line, so a good pickup of at least about 7. Boy, it looked like he got stopped, Darren, but he found a way to break that tackle and keep going.
Going to give him 6 on that play.
Second down 4, ball at the 41 of Greencastle. Feltner, wide to the left. Trips. No, wing back to the right along with a wide receiver. Man in motion. Oliver. He's got a man wide open.
Goodman
He's
again.
got it. Goodman pulls it in, and he's in the end
Touchdown.
zone. Touchdown Miners from about 37 yards out.
Nice.
41 yards.
Was that the same play they tried earlier, but was just incomplete?
Well, they completed it, but it just you
he
talked
had to
about
turn
him having to
around.
turn back around. Yeah, that time he was able. I thought he was going to lose his balance there, but he was able to keep it.
And you said at the time that he did have wheels if he had the opportunity. He showed it there because the 2 DBs couldn't catch him. They're going for the 2-point conversion. Right now it's 14-all after that Stanger Holmes touchdown by the Miners. McBride now in at quarterback. Man in motion, that's Goodman. They fake to him. McBride rolls to his left, throws out there, and is
And
it
guess
Paul
who?
Oliver
It sure
again?
is.
2-point conversion is good. Holy smokes, the Miners take a 16-14 lead on the Linton Cycles Sales scoreboard. They strike back. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Out here, work won't wait. From grading gravel to herding cattle, Polaris gives you the upper hand on hard work.
Since 1973, Linton Cycle Sales. Team Ortho is Greene County's only orthopedic clinic featuring board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. John Hammerstein. Team Ortho also has lead athletic trainer Jed Arsenault, who works with Linton Stockton student-athletes to help minimize the risk of injury. Call Team Ortho today at 847-3381. Greene County General Hospital, our family, caring for yours. Crane Credit Union area schools wants to encourage every student to do their very best with youth and teen accounts. Students can earn $4 for every A on their semester report cards. For more information, visit your local Crane Credit Union branch and find out more at cranecu.org. And Darren, I've never got a chance to talk to you about. That's a great program. $4 for A's by Crane Credit Union
absolutely.
on their report cards.
Yeah, absolutely. That's wonderful. Give the kids a little incentive to keep those grades up. That's what it's all about. I mean, it's these kids are, students first, athletes second. It is student athlete, and that is a great thing that Crane Credit Union is doing.
Another low boot, again, down there at about the 34-yard line. One of the upbacks taking that kick, so it'll be 1st and 10. Well, the offense that we thought we were going to see in the first half, Darren, it come out in the second half, and both teams are lighting it up.
Absolutely. So the Miners score on 3 plays, 44 seconds after Greencastle scored on 2 plays. So both teams putting it up there quick.
So right now they break the huddle. Stevens brings them out. 2 wide receivers to the wide side of the football field. They're working to the far hash mark. 1 wide receiver left. Working from the gun. 1 running back behind him. That's Blodgett. Stevens waiting for the snap. Miners look like they're going to bring some people. They do. Blodgett looking for a place to run. There's nowhere to run. No, he gets around the corner, but there's 2 flags. Let's see what these flags are.
About have to be a hold for where they were thrown.
Multiple flags.
Interesting that one came out and then a second one almost immediately. They didn't come out at the same time. Let's see if we have 2 penalties or just 1. They saw the same thing. Holding
On Greencastle.
Darren, you were right. It's the one penalty. Well, they got a 15-yard penalty last time and then what? Threw it 70 yards?
Yeah. They're going to mark that, it looks like, from the spot.
10 yards from the spot of the foul.
So that puts the ball down at the 26-yard line, and it will remain first down. 5:12 to go in quarter number 3, 16-14. Miners on top.
So it's going to be first down and 18.
2 wide receivers to the left, 1 wide receiver, or to the right, I apologize. 1 wide receiver to the left. Stevens again from the gun, standing at his own 21. He's looking out here in an out pattern. He's got his man, Anthony Adams, and he's quickly pushed out of bounds by number 26, Tyson Walker.
Out to the 32-yard line.
Walker now heading out and coming back in is number 52. That's Corey Andrews.
Pick up a 7 on the play.
So the Miners may be going to an extra defensive back at times, huh?
Yeah, Corey taking a break. That's pretty rare on defense. I think
Yeah,
they
it
like
really
to give
is.
him, they give him some breaks on offense.
I just wonder if these little swing passes have caused Linton to go with another DB. There's a fake pump. Now he's going to go down the middle. He's got a man out there, and it's going to be incomplete. Oh, my gosh, it was right in the breadbasket of Anthony Adams, and he just couldn't pull it in.
Dodged a bullet there. I thought that was going to be a long completion.
I did too, Darren. It looked like it. Somehow, Adams, it's like one of those things where you close your arms and the ball's already through. I don't know if he just misjudged it. But that long incompletion, 4:59 to go in the third quarter. It's still 16-14 Miners on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard. 3rd down and 12 at the 32. Cole Stevens from the gun retreats. He has plenty of time. He's also got a man out there and incomplete. Oh, boy, I wondered if they were going to flag Jesse with his arm up running through that. But no.
Incomplete.
Yeah, we'll bring the fourth down. And
Fourth down.
it's interesting there, a nice play of sportsmanship.
Got it.
Colin Webster making sure the other receiver.
I think he broke a shoelace.
Well, yeah, he was running without a shoe. Well, that will always be a problem, won't it?
Yes.
Poor guy. I got to cut him some slack. It's hard to make a play when you're running with one boot. Punter is back now at about the 18. Deep for the Miners, Feltner and McBride. Ball is high. It's going to be relatively short. Hit about the 38 and or 39 and bound out of bounds. We'll see where they officially mark it. But it'll be a Miner first down and 10. Well, now, after Greencastle scored quickly, you wondered if their offense was going to get on track. Now you wonder about the Miners. Same question, Darren. Are we going to be on track coming out here?
Well, since we moved Paul in at quarterback, things have gone pretty well. So hopefully we can continue that. And even the drive where we gave it up on downs, we have moved it well.
Ball now at the 38. Let's see. Webster coming to the left, Goodman to the right. Who is the quarterback?
It's still Paul.
It's still Oliver running off the right side. A couple of guys are going to bring him down. I'm not sure he even got back to the line of scrimmage. They say he got a yard. Okay.
Tomasino in on the stop.
Tomasino is a big man, so it would take a big guy to bring Paul Oliver down. He wrapped him up.
Just a 1 yard
Tomasino,
gain.
6 foot 225. I thought he was even bigger than that. Feltner wide to the right, Webster wide to the left. Got two wide receivers to the right. Oliver takes it, fakes the pitch, cuts it up. He's still motoring his way. He's got the ball out to about the 44. Not a first down. It'll still be 1, 2, 3, 4 yard shot?
4 yards, yep.
Third down, 4. See what the Miners can do here. Feltner to the right, Webster to the left. Cooper Smith is also the slot to the right, the wingback.
Oh, they got him. First down on the penalty.
Got him to jump?
Yep, sure did.
Well, Miners had trouble with that early, and now the Miners get a little revenge on that one.
Take it out to the 49-yard line.
Indiana Farm Bureau, we're not just good at insurance, we're good at your insurance. Talk to your local agent, Jathan Wright. He's here for you, whether you want to talk in person or get started online. Give him a call at 812-798-2615. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau and stop knocking on wood. Paul Oliver looking across the middle. He's got Feltner at the 40. Down at about the 31. First down and 10 Miners. Once again, Feltner was tightly covered, Darren, but he was able to bring that one in.
A nice throw by Paul that time. Was very patient, had time to look, and was able to find him for a good pickup.
Great pass play and a great tribute to Feltner because I'm telling you, his man was right on him when he brought that ball in. Again, wingbacks. No, split. Goodman in the slot. Cooper Smith and the wingback to the right. They're going to look that way. They get it to Feltner. He's got one man to beat out there, and he does.
Touchdown.
Gets it going all the way. The 5, the touchdown, Feltner from the 31-yard line.
Got him on their own play that time. That time we were able to make the block and make the miss.
A Stanger Holmes touchdown as they threw it out in the flat, and Feltner took it the distance from about the, was it the 31?
31-yard line.
31-yard touchdown, and we said, can the Miners add to this? And they did, Darren. Now they line up for the extra point. Feltner is... They come out now. Trips to the right. Oliver wants to roll that way. He's got a man wide open, and he's got it. Cooper Smith brings it in before he's tagged. 2-point conversion is good, and there's a flag. They're going to have some poor sportsmanship after that one, after Cooper Smith was knocked after the catch. I'm thinking that's what this call is going to be. Or he could have also, he was so excited he raised his arms. Hopefully it was not taunting. It could be that as well. Let's see.
Dead ball. Personal
foul.
On the Cubs.
On the Cubs. They'll mark that on the kickoff, I would assume. 24-14 on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard. What a comeback by the Miners in this third quarter. They've owned the quarter.
Yep, 4 plays that time to go 62 yards, and took only a minute and 47 to do it.
Oliver to Feltner. The connection has been lethal here. Looks like they'll be kicking off from the 44. Boy, it's one of those things. You don't want to kick it in the end zone.
I'd be fine with kicking in the end zone.
Well, that's nice. So the ball is getting teed up at the 45.
You could also onside kick it here. Catch him by surprise.
Just kind of thinking there's some open areas here. See that with the...
They do have some good hands up front, though.
All right, let's see what happens here. Goodman has the ball teed up. See what the coaches tell him to do. Approaches the ball. He's kicking off deep on the right-hand side, taking inside the 5, coming up in the 10, the 15, the 20, and down at about the 21. First down and 10.
Chris Lyons in on the tackle there.
Blodgett on the return, out to the 26-yard line. First and 10, Tiger Cubs.
Well, we know the Tiger Cubs can strike quickly. Let's see what happens here as they break the huddle with a first and 10 at their own 26. Miners leading now by 10, 24-14. But we know how fast this team from Greencastle can strike. 2 wide receivers to the right. That's the wide side of the football field, working from the far hash mark. 1 wide receiver to the left. That's Williamson. They're looking over here out into the flat and is hammered down at the 25. What a stick by Feltner.
Nice job by Hayden reading at that time.
They've been getting that pass play all game, and finally Feltner said no more.
Avoided the block. Got him at the line of scrimmage.
I would say there's a lot of game to play, but Hayden Feltner has to be a front runner and the player of the game at the end here so far.
Absolutely.
A lot of football to go. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Working to the near hash mark. 1 running back with the quarterback. Stevens. Blodgett the lone setback. Back to pass. Stevens in trouble, goes down at the 15. Sacked by Russell Goodman. Well, they put the ball out a little further than I thought. They've got it out at the 17.
Back to the 17-yard line.
But still, great play by Russell Goodman.
3rd sack of the game for the Miners.
And it couldn't come. It came at a good opportune time. 2 wide, no trips to the left.
Now, got to stop him here on 3rd and 19. Nothing crazy, no penalties.
Williamson, the lone receiver on the right-hand side. Boy, look for that big guy. 33, Welker. Nope, they're going to go long. Williamson, and right there.
Braylon McBride.
McBride picks it off. He's at the 35, down at about the 34. First and 10 Miners in Greencastle Cub territory. Boy, did the rush affect that pass? I'm just not sure. I was watching the football.
Yeah, there was somewhat of a rush that time.
Or if he just misjudged his receiver, because the receiver was a good, 5 yards down the field? It was more like a fair catch.
Yeah,
by McBride.
Not quite as good as a punt there. So first and 10, 34 of Greencastle.
See if the Miners can really take control here. Now, number 20, Webster to the right. Feltner to the left. Man in the slot. Oliver going around the right-hand side, kind of backs his way down to about the 33.
Down to the 32-yard
32-yard line, they're going to say. So he picked up a yard, maybe 2, called 2nd down and a long 8.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Boy, definitely just a different dynamic when Paul's back there.
Could be the last play of the first half, or but the third quarter. I apologize.
Got to run one more.
Oliver brings him out. Goodman in motion. Going to give it to Jesse Voigtchild. Breaks through the line of scrimmage. The 20, the 25, the 10, the 5. Out of bounds at about the 3. First and goal, Miners.
Colin Webster, a good block downfield, helping him get some extra yards.
Boy, Jesse has not been able to turn that up, but boy, that was wide open that time, Darren.
Yep.
The blocking was there. Is there a flag? Everybody's huddled.
Miners are pointing towards Greencastle.
I don't see any laundry. Am I missing something?
Yeah.
Face mask.
Face mask.
Oh, my gosh. Where's that going to put the ball? They're waving the sticks to come.
So it looks like it was on the
puts it at the 1.
3, and they put it at the 1.
First down and 10. I'm have to think that Paul Oliver is just going to take it right up the gut under the center. Nope, he's going to be from the gun.
We rarely go under center. That's the end of the quarter.
So at the end of 3, it's 24-14. Miners on top on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard, but they're knocking on the door for adding a little bit more. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners. Correll's LP Gas has quite a story to tell. A locally owned operation for 78 years, offering residential and agricultural propane in 6 counties. They also fill camper, motorhome, and gas grill cylinders. Correll's LP Gas, located at Highway 54 in Linton. Check them out on Facebook or by phone at 812-847-4076. We go to quarter number 4, brought to you by Key Associates of Linton, sponsoring our 4th quarter of play. The Miners will have the ball on the 1-yard line as they have to switch the side of the field now. They'll go from left to right now, the Miners, as they walk it down there. Miners lead 24-14 on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard, and I don't know, Darren, at halftime, I don't think this is what I expected coming out in the second half. The Miners have really begun to take control, and after a long pass play, it looked like things weren't going to go well.
Well, once again, we talk about how we were going to respond, getting punched in the mouth. Well, they punched early, took that 14-8 lead, and then we responded well. So a couple of turnovers have helped us.
Well, let's see what happens here on a first down and goal. I think that's more like the 1. Scoreboard says it's the 2, but of course I can't tell. That sticks all the way over there, but I'm going to say it's more like the 1-yard line, 1.5-yard line. They're going to go Oliver straight ahead. He takes it from the gun, and he's in there. Touchdown. A Stanger Holmes touchdown from a yard out for Paul Oliver, and it makes it 30-14 Miners. And we'll now wait and get set here for the extra point try. Miners have passed for the extra points here, but have been successful. Haven't they been successful every time, Darren?
Yep, sure have.
Let's see here now. We got a whistle, but we're not lined up yet. Somebody's coming out now.
Corey Andrews. So coming into today, we were only 7 out of 16 when we went for those 2-point conversions. But today so far we're 3 for 3.
Aiden Sparks is coming in on this extra point. He'll line up on the right-hand side for Andrews. Hope Corey's okay.
I think it's
Oliver,
an equipment thing.
Getting ready to take the snap. He's going to run around the left side. Voigtchild is out there to block, and he does it.
Flag on the backside.
Flag on the backside, but the 2-point conversion is good. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. It's going to bring it back.
Holding on the Miners. And it was like Darren said, it was far behind the play. It had no effect on the play at all.
Nope.
But it will bring it back, and let's see now where that will place the ball for an extra point try. Boy's impressed when the smallest guy in the football field, Jesse Voigtchild, is your lead blocker, and he gets it done.
Yes, he
Nobody
does.
touched Paul going in.
Holding the call. 10-yard penalty.
So that's going to put the ball outside the 10. It looks like at about the 12. Oh, that's not the 20. Yeah. They're rolling to the right, left. Got the pass out there. It's complete. Feltner again with a 2-point conversion. Boy, he is having himself a ball game tonight, folks, and I couldn't be happier for him because he worked so hard. 6'3", 170-pounder, the senior, gets the 2-point conversion, the 10-point. The 10-yard, penalty had no effect as the Miners were able to pound that one in there. And so now on our Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard, it's 32-14 Miners. Looking to sell your home? Century 21 Sheets agent Corey Motter specializes in getting top dollar for his clients with a proven track record and personalized marketing strategies. Corey strives to make selling easy and stress-free. Get the results you deserve and close it with Corey.
59 seconds, 34 yards on 3 plays, and the Miners boost that lead up to 32-14.
11:55 remaining in the game, and the Miners own a 32-14 lead on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard. Goodman getting ready to tee this one up and kick it off. They have not kicked it deep. They've chosen to kick to the up backs. Let's see what happens here. It's going to be taken there by Heights, and he has stood up just shy of the 30, and it's going to be at about the 28, maybe the 29. See if they give him some forward progress.
Reuben Goodman, Harrison James in on the stop.
Well, I would think the Cubs are going to air this out now. Trailing by 18. Two wide receivers to the right, one to the left, one lone setback, Blodgett. Behind the quarterback, Cole Stevens. Fakes it to Stevens, is going to air it out. He's looking for his man there, and it's incomplete. Good defensive play. Guess who?
Yeah, Feltner. That ball could have gone either way, really. At one point, I thought Hayden might get another interception and end up doing a nice job knocking it away.
But it also looked like Williamson might
come away with it.
Pull the pattern up and take a short. What do they call that in the pros, where they stop the pattern and step back and make the play? Not over the shoulder. I can't think of what it's called. But that's what it very well could have been for Williamson. Stevens rolling to his right. He's got a man out there.
Picked off.
It's picked off. And are you kidding me? Is it Feltner?
I believe it is.
A ball game he is having. Hayden Feltner better get the game ball on this one. He is just having a whale of a ball game. Coming up in our post-game show, the player of the game by Valdico Insurance of Linton, proudly based in Linton since 2007. Valdico Insurance, French financial agency, offers auto, home, business, farm, and insurance across many states and represents over 50 of the state's and nation's top companies. If there's a better option for your insurance, they will find it. Give them a call for your insurance needs at 812-847-4747. We've got some football to play yet. Oliver back to pass. Sees an opening. He spun around and downed at about the 35. So he'll pick up about 4.
I'm not so sure they weren't trying to go to Feltner there on that play right off the bat. Pick up a 4.
I want you to remind you to stay tuned for the E2 Custom Creations post-game show. But we've still got just over 11 minutes to play yet, so here in the quarter number 4. But the Miners own a 32-14 lead on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard and have the ball now deep in Greencastle territory.
I start running a lot of time off that
man
play
in
clock.
motion. Cooper Smith running around the left. He's inside the 30, spun out of bounds at about the 27.
Great block
Should
out
be
there
a first
by
down.
Hank Jennings.
Big Hank out there leading the way.
Gets it down to the 27-yard line.
Like Cooper's limping just a little bit. Not bad. He's staying in, but he's kind of trying to walk it off right now.
That's Cooper's first carry of the game.
Miners break the huddle. Feltner wide to the right. Goodman in the slot right. Webster to the left. Jesse straight ahead. He's at about the 20. It looks like a pickup of about 8 or 9, depending on the placement of the ball. Miners starting to take control of the line of scrimmage now. And it's no wonder why. I'm sure the defense for Greencastle is getting worn down.
Yep, they've been on the field quite a bit here in the second half.
Webster to the left. Feltner to the right. Feltner's on the wide side of the football field. They're working from the far hash mark. Oliver's going to roll to the wide side. He's looking for Feltner. Wide open. Touchdown, Feltner. What is with that? Nunn was the defensive back. A Stanger-Holmes touchdown for Feltner, wide open on the right-hand side. My, oh, my.
I've got Paul since he came in the game. I think he's only thrown one incompletion.
Looking now wide left and right, going for the two-point conversion. Oliver waiting for the snap. He wants to take it around the right-hand side, and he's not going to make it. For the first time today, the two-point conversion does not succeed. Number 68, Jake Zimmerman, 6'4", 260, brought that two-point conversion to a stop. So 9:55 to play in this football game. The Miners now own a 38-14 advantage. This is on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
The goal isn't graduation day. It's a better every day after. It's the first day in your new career, your first pay raise, the 5th day of that week-long vacation. It's the first paid holiday home with your family, or the day of your last car loan payment, much sooner than you thought. At Ivy Tech Community College, we don't just care about your degree, we care about your life. Let's get started at ivytech.edu.
Call Brock Anderson Construction for your home repair and building needs. With over 25 years of experience in the construction field, we strive to have you come home to quality. Call Brock at 812-798-5583. And as always, Brock says, go Miners. Linton Sporting Goods is your one-stop equipment shop for all things sports. Oh, we'll wait. Here's the kick. It's going to be picked up at about the 21. And he's got some room to roam a little bit. Heights is brought down at about the 45. Great return. Linton Sporting Goods is your local one-stop equipment shop for all things sports. Locally owned and operated in the family for over 40 years. They'll make sure you're ready to start the season or upgrade throughout the season. Find them on Facebook today. So 9:48 now to play in this football game on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard. And it's 38-14 Miners. Greencastle coming out. See if they go empty backfield and just put everybody out. Nope, they will not. Blodgett is going to be the setback. They're looking at the coach, and he wants a timeout. So, is your family protected? Contact Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Alicia Cornelius to discuss your auto, home, farm, life, or business needs. It's not just about protecting her family, she says. Let her help protect your family, too. Proudly serving Indiana. Call 812-582-8941 to speak with Alicia. One agent for all of your insurance needs. If you need an Evolution golf cart, Gaither Power Sports is the place for you. Prices starting at $69.95. They come with an 8-year battery warranty and 0% financing for 36 months. Gaither Power Sports is also your Aventon e-bike dealer. Gaither Power Sports and trailer sales located at State Road 54, just west of Linton, in business since 2003. And the grill is open 7 days a week with a large menu featuring daily specials. Dine in or carry out your favorites, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Located in downtown Linton, this family-owned business has something for everyone. So, it's 1st and 10 at the 45, their own 45, and Cole Stevens. Now we got an automatic whistle, and usually that's a sign of an offense jumping off. Let's see. Yep, illegal procedure.
5-yard penalty will remain first down.
So they'll mark that off, and that puts it back to the 40-yard line. So it's now first down and 15 from their own 48. trips going wide to the right. That is the wide side of the football field, too. They're working from the near hash mark. Blodgett, the lone setback. Working from the pistol. Stevens in the gun. Takes the snap. Hands off to Blodgett. He's trying to get around the right side. He does get around there, but not very far. He may get a yard or two. Let's see where they place it. He was running more laterally than north and south.
Yep,
Darren.
the Miners did a good job of
Stringing
that play
that out.
Yeah, and he actually lost a yard.
Wow. Great play by the Miners. Second down 16, clock running at right around 9:20 to play in the ball game. Cole Stevens, the quarterback. Two wide receivers to the right, again working for the far hash mark. No wide receiver to the wide side of the football field. Leads you to believe it could be a running play. Now he's got a man in motion coming that way. They flip the ball to him. It's Alex Grove, and he is downed by
Corey Andrews.
Corey Andrews running that play down. Big Corey, all 245 pounds of him, making that play. And he's moving with a kid who has a motor.
Lost 3 more yards.
Oh, my.
3rd and 19.
I'm a little surprised they're running the ball.
See, that's got to be called a pass because he threw it out in front of himself.
Well, good point, Darren. Good point. So 2 wide receivers wide to the right, 1 short side of the football field on the left, working for the near hash mark. Miners working in that 3-4 defense that has been much better here in the second half. Man in motion. Now there's 2 wide receivers to the left. They're going to run right up the middle. Loose ball. It's on the ground. Picked up by the Miners. Let's see what they call. They're going to say he was down. Aiden Sparks jumps on that football.
Yeah, they're going to call him down.
Oh.
Picked up a yard.
I thought Aiden made a great play there. 4th down, and as Darren called it, 18.
We want to remind all of you to stay tuned to the E2 Custom Creations post-game show. E2 Custom Creations provides services including engraving and cutting on a variety of metals, including wood, acrylic, leather, granite, marble, glass, and coated metals, just to name a few.
Here's the snap. Here's the kick. McBride is eyeing it. It bounds at about the 35, and it's going to roll the wrong way. It'll be down at about the 36-yard line. First down and 10 Miners at their own 36. 38-14 on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard. We got the E2 Custom Creations post-game show, as Heather pointed out, coming up. We're broadcasting from the Welch and Cornett Walton Funeral Home press box here in Greencastle. And Darren, I don't think I should say it enough. I think the right decision was made last night. It's been a great weather day to play football here today.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that, had to make the trip, and, some of the fans made the trip and the team made the trip, and that was the unfortunate piece of it. But, ultimately, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, like I said, normally that's something that happens in the spring whenever you have issues with the weather, but
Goodman and an inside reverse breaks out in the open. The 50, the 45, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Russell Goodman, but his I almost called you Big D. As Little D, Darren called it. Let's see. There's a couple of them right in the same vicinity, isn't there? So
I think we got a hold.
Holding the call on the Miners.
Yeah, holding on the Miners. Russell Goodman would have had his second touchdown of the day there.
He'll still get a nice carry.
Let's see where they...
So Russell will get 14 yards, and then the penalty will bring it back.
So he does get the 14 yards.
He gets the 14 yards.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
10 yards from the spot.
Puts the ball down at the 40-yard line.
First down.
It's first down and 10 now. Ball at the... No, it's not first down and 10. It's first down at about, is that 6? 5?
Yeah, it should be 6.
Ball at the 40. Oliver brings them out. 2 wide receivers to the left. Jesse Voigtchild, the lone setback behind him. He gives to Jesse. He runs laterally to the left and trying to get to the outside, turns the corner, and he's met and stood up at about just shy of the 45, maybe down at about the 44.
Nice block by Cooper Smith that time to let Jesse get it to the outside.
Well, they give him a little bit. They put the ball at the 45. I thought he might be able to turn the corner and take off there, Darren, but he turned the corner, but they stood him up.
Yep, 2nd and 1.
Feltner wide to the left. Coming wide to the right now is Reuben Goodman, the freshman. 6'3". Man in motion. McBride. They're going to hand off straight ahead. Voigtchild cuts to the outside now and is undercut at about the 48-yard line of Greencastle, but that's a first down and 10 in Tiger Cub territory.
Nice run that time by Jesse.
First down.
7 more. Jesse getting awfully close to that 100 yards, believe it or not. It's been a quiet 89.
Most of it coming in the second half. Am I right, Darren?
Yeah, absolutely. He had at halftime, find my numbers here, 28 at halftime. So,
but the passing game, I think, is what's opened up the running game, and you called that early. Oliver back to pass. He's in trouble.
Now he's
pulls
got a lot
it down.
of room to run.
40, 35, 30, 25, and just takes it out of bounds. Smart play there. No reason to hurt his shoulder, but he was coming up to the ball players with this kind of a lead. Just eat up the clock.
25 more yards for Paul.
6:01 to play now in the game. First down and 10 Miners. 6 minutes to play in this ball game. Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard is 38-14 Miners. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 wide receiver to the left. Paul Oliver, Jesse Voigtchild is there with him, but he gives it to Cooper Smith running in the middle. Kind of a crossbuck play. He's inside the 10, and that should be another first down. Is he all right? Yep, they're helping him up. He's fine. Great run. Pick up about 13 there for Cooper Smith. As you pointed out, he hasn't run it much, but he's picked up a little bit now in the second half.
A couple of carries for 20 yards.
Oliver brings him out. He checks out the clock.
Down to 5:37.
38-14 Miners in the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard, and they're inside the red zone of Greencastle right now looking for more. Going to hand it off. Cooper Smith again. He's busting his way in the end zone. Touchdown Miners. A Stanger Holmes touchdown from the 10-yard line for Cooper Smith. Wow, 44-14 Miners. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, it's after what we watched defensively by both teams in the first half, this has been pretty amazing.
It's like we've watched 2 separate ball games here, Darren. This is what we thought we'd see all game. I mean from both teams.
Right.
I'm not saying just from Linton.
Yes.
We expected points on the board here. They're going to go for 2. Oliver will be the quarterback. 1 wide receiver to the right. Man in motion. They're going to give to McBride. He's trying to get up the middle and get in there. I can't.
He made it.
He made it. McBride will score from the extra point for 2 more points on the board for the Miners. And so the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard reads the Miners 46, the Tiger Cubs 14. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners. Correll's LP Gas has quite a story to tell. A locally owned operation for 78 years, offering residential and agricultural propane in 6 counties. They also fill camper, motorhome, and gas grill cylinders. Correll's LP Gas, located at Highway 54 in Linton. Check them out on Facebook or by phone at 812-847-4076. Welcome back. The Miners coming out to kick this one off. They have really taken control here in the second half. But oddly enough, I think it was the passing game that opened everything up, Darren.
Yeah, I mean, we're just the switch. I mean, things just weren't clicking there for a long stretch, and moved Paul back in there, quarterback, and things started clicking, and we've stuck with it, and it's been successful.
Yep, you have a tough decision. There are a few players here that you could easily say are players of the game. Here's the kick. Taken at about the 20-yard line and across the 35 out to about the 37. A nice return there by number 20, again, Caden Heights.
Aiden Sparks with the tackle from behind.
Ball will be spotted at the 38-yard line. First down.
It's hard to pinpoint, I think, what the difference is defensively in this second half. They gave up the long pass, but other than that, Darren, they've been pretty good this second half.
It's really just been 2 big plays. I mean, the whole day. Turnovers. We've created some turnovers. Looks like they're going to switch quarterbacks here.
Yep, and number 15 now, Dylan Hughes, 6'1", 170-pound sophomore, has stepped in at the quarterback spot. And it looks like he's got a different running back by him there, too. Is that 22? They hand it straight up 23. That is T.J. Jordan, a 5'10", 175-pound freshman in the ball game. So,
and the Miners recognize that, and they start bringing in some of their second-string
backups.
defenders, yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, Darren, it's been good to have you in the broadcast booth. For those of you who joined us late, we said Big D could not be with us today. Darren was kind enough to say he could be, and has done a great job. We've been glad to have you.
It's been fun.
2 wide receivers to the right. Yeah, when they're winning, it always is, isn't it, Darren? It's like, otherwise, it's like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. There's a handoff on the right-hand side across the 35 and down at about the 37-yard line. I think that was 23 Jordan again.
Taheem Paby in on the tackle along with Russell Goodman.
Get to call some new names here now, which is kind of nice for the Miners. Clock is running. Just a little bit over 4 minutes now remaining in this ball game.
Wind gusts are still over 20 miles per hour.
It hasn't even been noticeable.
And we
of course,
are
there's
under
no
some,
flag.
we
Is there?
are
Is
under
there over
some
there?
drizzle.
Flag,
thank you. Couldn't see it.
Yeah, when you're inside, you really don't notice it.
Yeah, when you're inside, that's a good point. So there's the snap. Handed off again to 23 Jordan, trying to pick and choose his way over there on the right-hand side. That's going to bring up 4th down. Punting unit is coming onto the field, and see who will be stepping back for the Miners. It looks like number 5 is that Dalton Reed. Nope, he's heading off. Number 9, Trenton Crines, is in the ball game. But nobody's going back. Nobody's going back.
That's interesting. Right. I don't know.
There's the snap. And there's the punt. Nice high punt. Hit about the 23, inside the 15, and out of bounds at about the 14. 1st down and 10. Miners at their own 14. Well, an impressive win tonight, or this afternoon, I should say, by the Miners. The way Greencastle could strike so quickly, I kept thinking it would be tough to beat. Some nice complimentary words from Big D for Darren.
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't going to replace him today. I just wanted to come in here and hopefully provide a little bit of information.
Oh, you've been wonderful. We needed you today. Hate to do a broadcast with just Heather and I. We like to have a third person be able to talk.
Timeout Miners got the JV out there. Looks like Harrison James is going to be the quarterback.
Timeout Linton.
You're going to kind of go over and talk to him, Heather.
We're going to keep it right here and
okay.
Let everyone know that our next broadcast will be Tuesday evening as the Sullivan Arrows travel to Linton, Stockton for volleyball matchup. This is going to start October 1st, which is Pink Month for us. Pink in remembrance and honor of those with breast cancer or those that have fought breast cancer. And then on Thursday night, we will head to Shakamak as the Linton Miners face the Shakamak Lakers for Dig Pink Night there at volleyball. And then Friday night is homecoming. So we're going to be sharing a lot of homecoming highlights and homecoming information this week. to get ready for North Knox next Friday night at home.
Miners come out. Harrison James takes the snaps, going to run around the right side. He's still running across the 25 and out to about the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 Miners for Harrison James.
Up to about the 27-yard line. 1st down.
So receivers left and right. I can't imagine they'll be airing anything out. I would think it'll be all run from here. They're going to hand off straight ahead. There's able to bust through again out to about the 37. I can't.
26. That's
thank you.
Tyson
Walker.
Tyson Walker on the carry.
The ball carrier. Clock still running. We're over 2 minutes now left in this ball game.
And another new quarterback, Drake Netherland, freshman.
Drake working from the gun. Man in motion is going to hand it off to the man in motion. That's Crines around the right-hand side. He skirts around the right end up to about the 45, say about the 46, 47-yard line.
Nice run.
Trenton Crines, 5'7", 140-pound wide receiver, freshman, showing little wheels around the right side. Clock still running. Drake Netherland got a man off to his right side. That's Colin. No, it's 26. I apologize. It's Tyson Walker, as Darren pointed out earlier.
And going to get a delay game.
I don't think they were in any hurry there. I think they were just running the clock out. They'll bring the ball back. I don't even think they wanted to move, Darren. They wanted to mark off the 5 yards. Linton wasn't moving. 1:05 to play. 46-14 Miners. Just running time off the clock here now. An impressive comeback win by the Miners. As Darren and I talked, they're going to pitch it here around the left-hand side. Dalton Reed is out to midfield. And you know, Darren, we said it a couple of times with those long pass plays, you could easily have broke. But the Miners, they got punched in the mouth twice and battled back twice.
Yep, sure did.
Wide receivers left and right. Wingbacks both left and right. Lone setback behind the quarterback. Man in motion. They're going to give straight ahead. Running is number 26, Tyson Walker, puts a shoulder down and gets out to down to about the 40, and that should do it. 20 seconds now remaining in this ball game as the Miners lead it on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard by a 46-14 score. That is going to do it. 3, 2, 1. Miners win 46-14. An impressive showing by the Linton Miners on the road here at Greencastle. The Miners go to 4-2 on the season. Greencastle drops to 2-4. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners. Custom Creations, we know that every memory has a story. Every time we sit around with family and friends, we share those memories. When we pull the boxes of old pictures out of the closet, we revisit those memories of our past. Whether it's a photo or a special moment with family, a picture of a loved one who has passed. When you think about that moment, there's a memory that goes with it. At E2 Custom Creations, we offer custom laser engraving for keepsakes, personalized gifts, home decor, signage, awards, and many other custom made-to-order products. Let us help you personalize a unique gift for a loved one, customize an item, or create promotional materials and awards for your business or athletic team. Our services include engraving and cutting on a variety of materials, including wood, acrylic, leather, granite, marble, glass, and coated metals, just to name a few. If you have an idea, reach out and let's talk about how we can bring your idea to life.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Emma and Jake's just baby-proof their 2-bedroom bungalow to prepare for baby number 1 insurance. We're good at Madeline and Chance's just gave in and became minivan people to make room for baby number 2 insurance. And we're good at Gabby and Nate's just moved to a house with a bigger backyard to welcome fur baby number 3 insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Welcome back here to Robert L. Harbison Stadium, where the Miners have taken an impressive 46-14 win. And we'll go get the coach, if we can, here on the E2 Custom Creations postgame show.
So we're going to let Darren choose today's player of the game, sponsored by Valdeco Insurance. Darren, do you have our winner?
Yeah, I think I'm going to give it to Hayden Feltner. He had a great game today. I'm not like Dan. I don't have a computer in front of me to add up all the stats, but I know touchdowns and interceptions and big tackles. So I think Hayden probably is the player of the game today.
Well, let's go ahead and hear your stats, Darren.
I'm a long way from having much totaled up. Unofficially, I had Paul Oliver for 66 yards rushing, Jesse Boyschab for 89. Trying to find Paul's final passing. Once he came in, he missed on very few passes. Trying to find one more number here, I believe, for where he was throwing the ball. Just a great job when he came in. He was 7 for his first 8 for 161. Like I said, I just don't have the numbers real quick where I can add them up. 30 yards rushing for Cooper Smith. I do have that on 3 carries for him. The JV guys came in and did a good job. Tyson Walker, a couple carries for 20 yards. Harrison James, 1 for 13. Trenton Crines, 1 for 10. Dalton Reed, 1 for 8. So those guys came in and did a nice job running the football there late in the game. Really would like to see it. There it is, 8 for 9, 181 yards, I think is what Paul ended up once he came in at quarterback. So nice job coming in there and making the switch over to Paul. Braylon and Russell have done a great job. Things just didn't click today, so made an adjustment and came away with a 46-14 win. So it's a really good job making that adjustment by the Miners today. For Greencastle, quarterback Cole Stevens ended up the game 15 of 27 for 227 yards. Most of that came on 2 big plays. They had the 59-yard touchdown pass and the 83-yard touchdown pass. And most of their damage came on just those 2 plays. The rest of the game, the Miner defense pretty much held the Tiger Cubs in check, as it shows on the scoreboard at 46-14. Penalty-wise, the Miners 5 for 35. Greencastle 6 for 52. So really a dominant performance by the Miner defense other than 2 plays today.
We're getting ready for a post-game interview here with Coach Oliver, and Kevin is down on the field. So we're going to wait for just a few moments as Coach Oliver joins Kevin. Our next football broadcast will be 1 week from today. 1 week from Friday. Thank you. 1 week from Friday. Or actually,
not used to these. Yeah.
This is a little different. Friday, October the 4th, is when North Knox comes to Linton, And this will be homecoming, and there's lots of festivities that are going to be going on during this week, and we're going to keep you updated with as much as we can on our Facebook page. So please keep updated on our Facebook page with all that information. I know that there's a parade next week. It starts at 5:30 with all the homecoming candidates. That'll go down Main Street. And so we want to invite all of you to join that. We also are going to have our minor broadcasting student, Leah McKee, who's going to be actually on the field next week, and on the sidelines rather, interviewing candidates as they get out of their vehicles and come to the sidelines of the football field, and she's going to do a little one-on-one interview with a number of the candidates, so we're very excited about that. And then Darren, 1 week from next Friday is Senior Night, October the 11th with Eastern Green. Maybe you could share with some people how exciting this game is. Not only is it a possible sectional opponent, correct?
Yeah, it's hard to believe we're already to that point in the season, but this group of seniors is always going to be a little special to me because we kind of came into this together. You know, I came into the AD position when they were freshmen, so this group will always hold a little more special place for me. They've done a great job representing the school over the 4 years, and look forward to seeing what they continue to add to the winnings and the things they're able to accomplish here throughout the rest of their senior year on all the sports fields. Real quick, the scoring recap. No score in the first quarter. The first scoring came with 4:17 to go in the first quarter, an 83-yard pass from Cole Stevens to Trevin Long. Capped a 98-yard four-play drive for Greencastle. They added the PAT to go up 7-0. The Miners would answer with 25 seconds left in the half. Oliver on a 2-yard run, and then Oliver caught the pass from McBride for the two-point conversion, gave the Miners an 8-7 lead as we went in at halftime. Greencastle answered real quickly to start the second half, a 59-yard pass from Stevens to Anthony Adams. They again added the extra point to take a 14-8 lead, and that was just 53 seconds into the half. And the Miners would come back and score again with 44 seconds left in the third quarter. That was Paul Oliver to Russell Goodman, 41 yards. McBride to Oliver again on the extra point, 16-14, and Kevin's got coach now, so we'll switch over to that.
Welcome, everyone. Coach Brian Oliver joining me now. Coach, there's so many things to talk about with this, but first of all, an impressive 46-14 win. First, it's almost like watching two different ball games. It was a defensive ball game at the first half. In the second half, offense took control.
Well, really it was. I mean, it took us a little bit to get going in the first half. And, I mean, at halftime, we were able to draw up some things and make some adjustments blocking-wise because we weren't blocking properly on the outside edge and some of our pass pro. And so we were just able to make those adjustments. And once you get the momentum, that ball starts rolling. I've talked this before, and it just starts going our way. We got pressure on the QB. We forced so many interceptions. Just a lot of those things went our way at that second half.
You have said before, if we get punched in the mouth, you got to punch back. They came back with a long pass play right away in the second half, and it looked like, are we going to have more of the same? You shut the door.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, poor Jesse, he knew it was his guy. He got a little too aggressive. And that's what you expect out of my senior leadership there. And then you look at Hayden Feltner, man, oh man. I mean, I love that kid. I've coached him since he's been little in football or in baseball. And he's just always made things one of the best games I've ever seen that kid play, catching the ball offensively. And then defense, just a couple interceptions. And big hit out here. I thought he could have picked it off, but I'll take the hit any day. But no, he played exceptionally well. But it's kids like that that step up and respond, and he definitely did in the second half.
Coach, I thought Russell Goodman stepped up for you with a couple of scores, too.
Yeah, I mean, we played Russell a little bit more at a wing this week to give a little bit more perimeter blocking at times for us, and he did a tremendous job. I mean, poor guy had that long run, and we got called back on a penalty. And but, yeah, he played exceptionally well. Defensively, he played a lot better. We're coming along, and that's the thing. I mean, we're week 6 now, is that right? And we went through a gauntlet of 6 games, and it's probably the toughest 6 games we've ever really faced in a long time, if ever. And we had 2 losses and 1 slipped away, but we've learned a lot about ourselves, and now we got to keep grinding and focus on some little things and continue to keep getting better every single week.
Paul got back in there at quarterback. That was a nice move for your team. Seemed to pick people up.
Yeah, I mean, we got 3 QBs. I mean, we got Paul, we got Russell, and we got Bray. And we can put only the 3 of them in at different times depending on what we need. And we felt like at this point we needed to put, with their stunning and the blocking scheme that we made adjustments with, that we needed to put Paul in there and do something a little different. And it just started working. And once we was able to drive it down, and then we got some interceptions, you could tell their body language started changing. We had the momentum, and we knew we probably had them at that point in time.
And then I have to give some props to the defensive line, your defensive rush, because the first half, Stevens wasn't under much pressure. Second half, it was not the case.
Well, that was another thing. We talked about a defense at halftime, was how we going to attack a little differently because they were hitting us on those little silly screens to the outside. So we talked about those adjustments, and we were just able, but once I think we kicked it in extra gear and with the momentum, and we rode that to the end.
What do you have next week?
North Knox. So
I had to think about that too, Coach.
I was just trying to think. I get homecoming next week, and homecoming. But it's North Knox. They come to our place. We're home the next 2 weeks. I do know that. But North Knox has changed a little bit, their offensive stuff. But it's always a good matchup with them. It should be a good crowd, and hopefully the weather's a lot better than it has been this weekend.
Last question. You had to make a change here because you were supposed to play last night, had to play today. What changes, if anything, did you have to make with that?
Well, we brought the varsity guys in at 10:30 this morning. We lifted weights, really just to get them up out of bed. We did a light workout with them for 30 minutes and got a good stretch, got them up out of bed, and then they went to go eat their lunch. We came back and we got on the road at 1 o'clock. We got here a little later, but overall it was
turned out to be the right decision, don't you?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, I'd rather have a little more time to warm up, but we knew they had the soccer match before us that was going to take some time. So we didn't know we were going to have to warm up, and we wasn't going to stand in the locker room for an hour. So we tried to time that up, but it worked out. It was good to get the kids up, let them sleep in a little bit, but they were up at 10:30 in the weight room getting a little small workout in.
Well, congratulations. Good win.
I appreciate it. Thank you. See you next week.
All right. Back up to you guys.
So we want to go ahead and, as Kevin mentioned and Coach Oliver mentioned, our next football broadcast will be Friday, October the 4th. This is homecoming. This is when North Knox travels to Linton, and this will be game 7 of the season. So we're very excited to be able to showcase a lot of homecoming festivities on our Facebook page this coming week. Our next live stream broadcast, as mentioned earlier, Tuesday night when the Sullivan Golden Arrows come to Linton for high school volleyball. And then Thursday we're on the road as Linton Minor volleyball team travels to Shakamak for Dig Pink Night. So be sure to keep tuned to all of our Facebook posts as well as the school's Facebook as well for any upcoming information. We want to thank Bill Reilly for serving tonight on camera and Darren Clayton for stepping in kind of last minute to fill the spot of color tonight. Darren, I know that we've had a lot of people say that it's like riding a bike for you, but we're very appreciative that last minute you were able to step in, and I think you and Kevin worked really well together, so it was great to have you back in the booth again.
I appreciated the invite. Away games, I can kind of get away and do this. The home games, it's not possible. Just too much going on at the home games. But it was nice to be able to get up here and watch a game and talk things over with Kevin and you, and I really enjoyed it.
Well, we appreciate having you in here. Kevin, do you want to have any final words? 'Cause that's really loud. There we go.
Well, I thought Darren, he hit nail on the head, didn't he?
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, the Miners came out and played so well, and I didn't even have to bring up Hayden Feltner because he just took off on that, and I couldn't agree more. But it was interesting to hear when he said, I've been coaching this kid since he was knee-high to a grasshopper, basically.
Yep, not just in football, but in baseball as well and some other sports along the way. So
impressive win.
It really was. I mean, we expected some points to be scored. I expected them to put some more on the board against us as well. But, kudos to our defense for stepping up. And other than 2 plays, I thought they played exceptional today.
You talked about the kudos, saying you have as much confidence in this staff to make changes. It sounds like that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'd put this coaching staff up against any coaching staff in the state. I really would. Their football knowledge is outstanding. And when adjustments need to be made, they make it. And it showed today.
We talked about those screens that we were talking about the whole first half where they get one-on-one out there and be able to make a play. I forget how he worded it, but you could tell he detested that. It was like we had to learn how to tackle out there.
And we really adjusted that in the second half. I don't think the one play, I don't even remember if that's how they scored whenever they scored, if that was one of those little quick passes or not. But we adjusted and made the plays when we had to, and it's just a really good win.
A great win, and we got to see Paul Oliver back at quarterback. What a bonus.
And like Coach said, we have 3 quarterbacks, so that gives us a lot of options moving forward. I mean, maybe Braylon didn't have his best game today, but leading up to this, he'd been spot on. So, I don't think Coach would hesitate to put him back at the quarterback position if it's the right situation. And having different options to go to is definitely a good thing.
Oh, yeah, it definitely is. But that's about all I have, Heather. I think it was a great win. I wasn't so sure at halftime it was going to go this way, but what an avalanche in the second half.
I think it was kind of unique to see a game played not under the lights. I mean, obviously we like Friday Night Lights, but it's great that the 2 schools came together and adjusted. I have tremendous kudos for Doug Greenley, who's been a great resource for us the last couple of weeks. We've got an opportunity to come up here on Tuesday, do some trial run and some trial test with internet, and to see for placement. We appreciate that. And as always, Darren, thanks for all you do for us, and thank you for, again, stepping in last minute here. So we're going to sign off for today, and we'll see you again Tuesday on the Indiana High School Athletic Association Champions Network for Tuesday Night Volleyball. For Bill Reilly, Kevin